Yeah. You keep falling off in your walk, but what you stop for? Guarantee you are not the first one to fall short. You can win over your sin, that's a small force. Holy Spirit fire in you, yeah, that's a large torch. Gotta keep that flame going, that pain growing, that faith showing. Gotta keep his fame going, we preach to him, but they snore. The most I answer when you need him, you neglect them easy. You say you loyal, but this song on me, I call it treason. He created you in his image, how you find a reason? You work a 40-hour job but can't give him an evening, and then wonder why you got demons, you should read Ephesians. Me and Zamar be in the spirit, we about to release it. Temptation to me just a stepping stone, I call them bleachers. I refuse to talk to you by faith when you non-believers. Sick of people with nothing up top, they got alopecia. They much rather argue by the block, I just let go, leave them. Get it? Block, let go, get it, jack, hope they get it. Let me talk, I can feel the spirit. Talk how I live it, let me walk. Almost at the end, world almost finished. Just a thought, gotta spread repentance. Do the Father's business, what you thought.
Committed sin is like a spirit crime. It might be bad now, but soon it's gonna be fine. I know it seems scattered and to get a line. Stay lonely and keep the faith, the blessings will arrive.
Later, they wanna hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing. That only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
So you said 2 elections. You were first elected in 2021?
No, 2013 was my first election for trustee. I was a trustee. I sat where they are.
Right.
That's why I know the law.
Dolton Council.
Yes.
Elected mayor 2021.
Yes.
Terms 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Plans of running for re-election?
I'm running for both my seats. And I'm going to win them.
So, and when is the election for Thornton Township?
2025.
So those elections at the same time?
They are.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Now, all you crackheads, out!
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long.
I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
Yes. You already know what we'll do. What we'll do, guys? Shut shit down. Blessings, blessings. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. Today is going to be a good day. Today's going to be a good long day. Hit the like button. We're going to do a deep dive. Now, I named the video a certain way because I didn't want everybody just to jump in here because they heard names and things. But we're about to get it in. Now, it's a lot going on in Thornton. And I'm just trying to get it together, okay? I want you to know that we're going to do this broadcast. It's going to be just based on facts. There's no opinions. You guys can be in the comment. I want you to give your opinions. I need you guys to talk. But as far as me, I'm going to just present to you a timeline. Okay, so we do know now we have 3 more active lawsuits that is pending related to Tiffany Henyard and her bad behavior. She has set a tone in Dolton and Thornton that it is a-okay to just sue because guess what? I get sued all the time. So what's happening now is that there's numerous frivolous lawsuits that she has filed, and now there are more lawsuits being filed against Dolton and Thornton with residents and people who have encounters. Okay, we went over a few the other day. So today we're going to be talking about 4 of them. All right. Yeah, 4. This is actually connected to 4 lawsuits. So today we're going to get into a flashback of Redmond, which is Jay and Jedidiah controversy with Kamal at Thornton Township meeting. We're going to do a flashback into who is Kamal, because I don't know if you remember, we did a little short take on Kamal a couple of months ago, but we want to get back into who is Kamal, what he was doing, how much he was getting paid, get a little bit into the dirt, and how he got fired. We're going to just break it all down. We have both Jedidiah's lawsuit against Thornton Township as well as Jay's lawsuit against Thornton Township. What we do have as well is Jay's first lawsuit against Tiffany Henyard in Dolton. I did not read that, but we're going to read it and we're going to put the full picture in front of you guys. Hit the like button. If you want a recap, you're going to get a recap. We're also going to share a portions of Jay's interview where he breaks down his relationship or situationship with Henyard, the bird. So this is a lot that you want to see so we could put all of the pieces together. The revolution will be televised. Anyway, before we do all of that, let's get to this. Tiffany just posted 1 hour ago. You know I be creeping. I've been creeping. So Tiffany posted 1 hour ago on her page that she has receipts. Now, I did see a few videos out there highlighting that Tiffany has a new YouTube page. I don't know why she started another one when she already had one that wasn't doing too well. It's a little weird because you say that everybody wants to watch you, everybody wants to talk about you, but then on your pages, nothingness. So let's just get to this. She didn't put any content up, but as of the hour, she posted again as though we supposed to be waiting to see what she's going to put up, her receipts. Okay, this is the page, Tiff Speaks, which is ridiculous for her to be a mayor and to have to start a YouTube page to put up whatever receipts she needs to, when she could just hand them to her lawyer if you know they're factual and you know represent herself properly. But you know how Tiff like to do it. She's gonna be a reality star. 19 hours ago, I am producing receipts, as you guys say. It's a little annoying. I'm ready to provide those papers. I guarantee it's going to be the talk of the world. Go and subscribe to my channel. I'm dropping receipts on Thursday. Click below. So you know we're going to be creeping. Yes, Tiffany, we will be creeping. But we already know what we do on a YouTube street. So don't even worry about it. Y'all see what'll happen. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I took her off the screen so fast. Let's just finish. Look at her signs, y'all. She has some signs. These are the people who are running with her. Okay. Let's put that on the screen so y'all know who not to vote for. I'm not voting. I can't make your decision, but you know, you need to know all the candidates. That's all I'm saying. So, right here, we're not about to change the clerk. I'm not even liking this clerk right here. All right, it is what it is. So we just go and shut up. We're going to get into these people on another live because this live is not even for it. And we have a lot to talk about. But we're going to get into these people, talk about them a little bit. And you know, she got her in the snow. Now, this was another in the snow video 5 days ago. I didn't even bother to talk about it because that campaign is not exciting no more. So I really don't have nothing to say about that. She keeps shoveling in the snow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess that's how she's going to get votes. I mean, people need their snow shovel. But what we're going to do, too, is we're going to put Leotis on the screen. Okay? Let's put Leotis on the screen. And we're going to go to a little bit of a few posts in Dolton politics. And we're just going to show you because Leotis, we still don't know exactly what he did and who he encountered as far as children, teens. We don't know what he did, but I do have some information we're going to flash back onto where we talked about before how much he got paid and some things like that. So check Leotis out. Living just enough for the city. Look at him. Look at Leotis. Let's play this. What my man's talking about.
Oh, we got her spiffy. Oh, whoa. Whoa, the plane has landed.
Whoa. Gotta put it up there. Follow the money. Looking nice and spiffy.
She has landed.
So this was on his page. I don't know exactly when he posted this, but this is just to give you a little insight into Kamal. I'm going to.
Oh.
That's Kamal. Ooh-wee. What I'm going to do is show you guys just a few pictures, a few things that we had up there, so you could just have a flashback of who Kamal is, the person who actually had the altercation with Jay and Jedidiah, but also someone who is missing in this equation that's just very quiet. And I'm going to say it before we get to who is Kamal, because he sickens me. He sickens me. A little bit of my emotion is going to be in here until I start telling, the timeline. This guy right here, yeah, somebody needs to be pressing charges on him for breaking public property as well. And I don't see why he is not facing any type of assault charge, especially seeing how viciously he was kicking his feet, don't know, into the ear or whatever, but he was definitely a part of the altercation. Okay, hopefully I did not read neither one of the cases, so we reading it straight. All right, it's a little long, 17 pages, but I know I can get through each one of them. I'm just telling you, this is what we doing tonight. But this guy right here, we ain't hear much about him, and I'm not feeling it. I just wanted to remind the people that somebody's missing. So again, what we do know is that Kamal, and I think, do y'all need me to pull it up to see about his latest court case? Because I have not paid attention to Kamal's latest court case. But here, according to the petition for child support in an ongoing divorce case between Woods and his wife, Henyard is Woods' paramour. That's just like his living wife. The filing states that Wood earned highly lucrative salary in excess of $100,000 per year. Okay, we're going to show you a little bit of his money and a little bit, I think, of his spending right quick. Working at the township, in addition to his side gigs, providing private security for local governments. This is something that I know we have a lot of investigators on YouTube. Y'all be doing your thing. Check into this local governments, because I did see something else that I want to look into, but let's keep that in mind. Okay. So Woods earning income serves on the board of trustee of, primary. Okay, I couldn't get the rest of this, but this is an idea of what Kamal does, what's going on with him, how much he get paid. We're going to put another picture up there so we could just get an idea of what Kamal does. Rock Island Transportation. So this is his business information. Yeah, we're just going to put this up there. We're figuring stuff out. Okay, so this was some of the things that were actually, and this is not my sources, they were pulled off of Dolton Politics months ago. I had this just sitting in my Who is Kamal file. So I don't recall actually bringing this up to you guys, but right here, Kamal Woods is named as the person who incorporated this business, Rock Island Transportation Incorporation. And I think that this is what's under the umbrella of this business is that car wash that they said allegedly Henyard was sleeping at. Okay, so let's pull. I never bring this up to y'all. The people who know what's going on, they hear this, but when it's a lot of allegedly, and I don't know, I really don't talk about it, but we're gonna do it tonight. So Rock Island Splash, this is where Kamal owned. Now, the reason why we're showing you this, because you need to put the pieces together tonight. When you hear Jay talks about his encounter with Henyard and how they allegedly was supposed to be starting a car business, and that it was a tone out there in Dolton to, where she was saying, hey, come on, Go out there, petition for me, get me on, and I'm gonna get you a good paying job, which we know that is why people go so hard for certain things. Okay, that is the politics that goes on in Illinois. Okay, now we're gonna also later on look into DeMarcus. There are a few content creators who go look for them, have made some good videos on DeMarcus, breaking down his alleged Airbnb businesses, his different names. So some of that we're going to revisit later on, but you're going to see the people around here have these type of businesses. So I want to show you this so you can remember when we listen to Jay's interview, is going to start to get a bigger picture of what's kind of going on out there and what she was setting up shop. Now you saw his beautiful car. That's what that was perfect for us to show his beautiful car to you. Okay, let's keep this broadcast going because it's gonna be a little bit long. Now check this out. This thing got incorporated 1 year and then dissolved the next year. And it looks like when the heat was possibly put on Henyard and him. And I'm just kind of saying allegedly, because here when you see incorporated date 4/11/2023. It was dissolved 9/13/2024. What happened? It's like a year and a half. Barely made it. So, and I know this is the time Tiffany was getting the heat. People looking at everything. And that business been up. I think one of the first business, to my knowledge, that they had acquired was this. And I was told verbally about it, that it was an old animal hospital. They had a lot of spooky stuff going on, and they acquired that and resold it. Now, let me put this information up here because this is the original person who showed the post. I'm going to show it because I had this in my archives for a while. I just let it sit there. So maybe this is the perfect timing now. So I'm going to put the resident who actually shared it because she shared it in those. We're not about to hear you come off talking about whoa. We watching you. We putting all your business out today. Kamal dissolves his company, Rock Island Transportation Incorporated, located at his car wash on 9/13/2024. And that's where allegedly they supposed to be sleeping at after the Jedidiah ran down on the mama house that's listed as Tiffany Henyard's house. That's why people were so confused, thinking like, oh, he ran down on her mama house. That was crazy. But allegedly that's the same address that's registered as her being an elected official. Okay, now I don't have the documents to show that, so I'm gonna have to say allegedly right now, but I do believe the sources. Okay, with that goes to say that was Jedidiah, so he said it. I do believe him. Okay, so I'm taking a huge I'm thinking the huge grant he received in the subsequent federal subpoenas to the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity has something to do with it. So he see, I didn't read this. What does he think that he can close a business and the FBI will say, oh, well, we missed out on the chances? Exactly. You get audited and they will ask you for that information and you have to produce that information or whatever charges they're trying to bring on you, they will. So shout out to Miss Wendy Clinky. It's C-L, is C, let me see, C-I-L-N-Y-K. Pronunciate it for me, guys, and we move on. So shout out to her. I got this months ago. So she posted this in September. We just been holding on till this time. So now we kind of getting the good bigger picture of who is Kamal. I'm gonna get to y'all comments too. Let me just present this real quick because we had segments to show you guys. Y'all know how I do. And I'm gonna get to y'all comments. If anybody being weird in the comments, you know what to do. Pull it out. We focus here. And also I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up yesterday and who played back our live that we did on Alexis yesterday. I appreciate you guys. I pray that you guys found it in good taste and that you guys got a better understanding of what's going on. And we're going to continue to keep you updated. So now let's get to this. What am I showing y'all? All right. They said that this was KW Grants. All right. So this was posted by Howard Smith. Shout out to you. Yes, I'm going to give y'all shout outs. Robert Hunt and Kamal Woods received lump sums of payments from the grant Kamal received close to $35,000 in less than 3 months. Why he never gives a report on any work? And that's true. We never hear Kamal report. So here we go. Okay. This is 2022. Now this is a big lump sum on 10/31. These are on the same day. Damn, you took $580. Like, let me see if this works. Then he said, let me just do a big bump, $7,692. He like, bump it. I just need a little bit more. $1,461. I really don't know how he's pulling this out, but just know that it's allocated to him. Well, actually, the third one was Robert Hunt, so I do apologize. Robert Hunt did the third one. So here it says Kamal's salary, $7,692. So this I do apologize. Let's backtrack because I gotta wake on up. Okay, because I wasn't gonna do this live, but I had to get myself together. So hold up. Let's take this from the top. Kamal Woods. What is this showing right here? The $588.46 says Kamal Woods taxes. Let's say that. The next portion is his pay, which is $769.92. And I don't understand, is the taxes coming out or coming in? Is he getting it? This is a little weird. Y'all see why I be confused? Y'all see that? It said K Woods taxes, K Woods wages, Robert Hunt wages. Robert Hunt got $1,400. That's not a lot. You get $1,400 for that headache. Ooh, Robert, they shorten you. Kamal Woods, same thing. So it's consecutive. He got it every month. He get close to $8,500 every month. Here we go. So we're going to look at another one. It looks like in December he got a bonus. He got $11,538 on 12/31/2022. His girlfriend gave him a little prize. Yeah. So I do apologize for the mix-up earlier. I was just kind of looking at the numbers, but this is supposed to be their wages. I had saved it under grants. That's what confused me. It's saved under grants, but it's actually their wages. All right. Now, let's get to this. I don't want to show this because I'm still trying to figure this out. I think we're going to have to do a part 3. There's another picture here I want to show you guys, but I got it got a little bit too much in it, and it got to do with properties. Let me show y'all. Let's see, can y'all we depict this together, y'all? Because I was a little confused. I'm like, what the hell? And they showing everything that had to do with property liens, his liens, anything that dealt with it. Let's put it on the screen real quick. I don't care if it confusing me a little bit. Let me show you guys. I was like, what is this? All right, check this out. So this is Kamal Woods, and he is the grantor, and then United Whole Management is the grantee. So I'm into real estate, so it seems like, and it says mortgage document. So did he sell this property to United States Mortgage? This was in 2023. That's what they were looking at. We were looking into the housing thing going on out there. So that's why I was like, I need to examine this a little bit more. So I literally just pulled this out of my archives. And then you see for the same month, actually, it was another release. It was a release, but I don't know if it says mortgage electronic registration system. So I don't know if this has to do with the same. Yes, it has to do with the same property. It looks like it was the first transaction in 2022 with this property, and then he sold it in 2023. And this is Grandwood Drive. I'm not trying to dox anybody, but this is a document that I got to look more into, guys. This has something to do with him exchanging property, liens, warranty deeds. So I have to look more into it to get an understanding of the type of transaction. Was he selling or was he buying? Okay. Just know I'm just pulling that up out of my archives real quick. Now, this was 2023 pay for Kamal. We got to put this up here because we're going to talk. We kind of figuring out why Jedidiah needed to be fired. So much money is coming out of Thornton and Dolton from these people. It is horrendous. It is horrendous. Let me see. So Kamal, this is 2023 average pay month per monthly basis is about $7,687. But why was saying 500 and something for taxes? Maybe it come out. Anyway, annually he gets about $92,000, and we still don't know what Kamal does. So thank God what happened. But now Kamal is trying to file a lawsuit against Thornton Township. I hope he can prove what he does, because he like, bro, man, he ain't got no job. He don't do nothing. We're going to put this on the screen real quick, because this was the last update that we had of what was going on with Kamal and his wife. Yeah, we're going to just put out this deep dive in the day. Deep dive, and let's see what's going on. We're going to keep y'all busy tonight. We try to get a full picture of what is going on around here. Please bear with me. I'm trying to pull up. I have this on the screen because that was the latest update. Y'all can look at that. But what I'm about to do is try to pull up his see what's going on with the case now. Oh, hold on. Please hit the like button. Right after this, I'm going to get to the comments. I just want to just put it all on the glass. We're going to put our first person up there, get to know Kamal. If you don't know him, kind of figure out what type he is. He a car guy, and he's a start a business liquidated type of guy. Hold on one second. Marvin Enterprise. Hold on. Glenwood Properties. Where is his wife? Did he settle? Did they get divorced? Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Terrell. You know what, y'all? I'm looking. We're going to have to look up that. Let me pull it up. Let me show you what I'm looking at. You think he got a divorce? We're going to have to follow up, because I don't want to delay this live. But this is the inquiry we did on Kamal just now. And I don't see his wife's stuff up there. Y'all see it? The latest is the Glenwood Properties with Rock Allen. That's 2023. We got Glenwood Properties, Kamal Woods, Rock Allen. This is 2024. You remember he was being evicted? He was supposed to be being evicted. Let's look at that. I think we're going to have to follow up on the wifey thing. Something going on. Give it 1 second. They have another court date coming up on 3/13 for this eviction case. His wife is His wife is named in this as well, and these are the businesses that's under there. Remember, I told you, like, they'll name all of them, because he'll start one business and then have doing businesses as. So we're gonna follow up. You have to follow up and figure out, is he actually divorced by now, because the case not up there. I don't have time to do a deep dive on that. I'm not gonna go. But that's a little bit about Leotis, okay? Let's put Leotis on the screen, and we're going to get to y'all comments. I want to say thank you for being here with Grace Levi. We got an action-packed night, dog. Let's with his girlfriend first. Them eyes, y'all. When y'all listen to Lavelle's story, he's falling for them eyes. Look, I do got a little bit to say about the situation, because when I was listening, I'm trying to look for Leotis picture. Let me put Leotis up there. When I was listening, it sounded like Leotis got the best and got them pretty brown eyes. and got him a girl. Put a mink on her. And she said, no, I'm going with Leotis. And we about to do some dirt. Okay, yeah. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to get to the interview and we're going to listen to about 30 minutes of it. It was very, very intriguing, okay? So let's get to what we're about to get to. I'm not going to dox this lady. I was going to dox somebody, but I said no because I don't want to do that because I had a problem. I don't want to go after any Henyard supporters, but there is people in. Oh, there was a reason why I wanted to show y'all. Daggy, let's go back. I got to dox her just a little bit, y'all. Freaking frack. Hold on. Let me pull it back. I got to dox her just a little bit. Damn it. Oh. Hold on. I'm messing up my broadcast. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to dox her just a little bit. We're going to go to Dolton politics. And there was something in Dolton politics. Basically, showed a lady who showed Henyard and did they take it off? Maybe God don't want me to dox her. Hold on. That showed Henyard in a compromising position in the hospital. There we go. Now, I don't think that's now, honestly, but it'd be weird because you remember I was like, look at her barefoot and not pregnant. And this is allegedly that was shared by a resident of Henyard in the hospital. I don't know when, but they said they don't know if it's just like garner sympathy, but this looks like a fetal monitor. See, and I don't do OBG. I don't do that. But it looks like a fetal monitor. I don't know what machine that is. I know a lot of machines. I do ventilators and heart machines. And that maybe that's an old ass EKG machine. But I don't know what this is. Maybe she was barefoot and pregnant. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm thinking of two things: either a baby because she holding her stomach, or a hysterectomy, allegedly. I'm just talking, y'all. I just have to put that up there and always creeping. I'm sorry, God, forgive me. I know I'm saying allegedly. I hate saying allegedly, but y'all saw it. I'm just showing y'all what's going on our deep dive. Look at me feeling all guilty because I'm gossiping like a Hebrew. I mean, like a Hebrew not supposed to. Lord. All right, let me take that off the screen. Let me get to y'all comments. I'm over here feeling all guilty. What's wrong with me? I'm supposed to be bringing the mess. Kamal probably withdrew his petition for divorce. You think so? We got to see. It's not there, but I don't have time to look for it tonight. Miss Williams, we're going to look that up, girl. If you got any information, it's not there. What the hell? Maybe what we were saying before, that since she losing, he about to get up out of that mother. Please don't let the 8-ball came true. We used to talking shit. That's a little weird. Okay. I think Tiff would have said if the divorce was finalized. You're 100% right. She probably would have said that on a mountaintop. And talk about, where my ring? Where my ring? He would have been like, nowhere. Okay, she says she's going to have receipts tomorrow. Yes, it said Thursday, so we're going to check it out. We're going to keep our eyes open because tomorrow we're going to be following. Yes, you're going to see a lot of Grace Levi. I love you guys. We're going to be following up with Pablo's Cafe. Okay, yes. I'm just putting y'all comments up there. I want to acknowledge everybody. Thank you for being here. Don't matter whose house, your boy has no class. I mean, everybody got their own opinion. You know, you ghetto. It is what it is. People love them or hate them. But we're making progress, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's turning into more chaos. I'm just going to say that. We're going to get into the lawsuits. You know, we're going to talk unbiasedly. I respect all your opinions. I appreciate you guys for being here, putting you on the screen. He has to answer for grant money. And then we're going to look into that because as I corrected, that was not grant money. That was his pay. So we still have to go into more detailed research on Kamal, and we can find it. We can find it. All right. Thank you for being here. Now let's get to where we're at. We're going to do a little rewind and kind of like put everything out on the glass. Brawl involved Tiffany Henyard leads to 2 lawsuits. But as I told you, it's actually 4 because you have Jedidiah and Jay. And then you have Jay that has an old one that looks like it's about to be settled. Yeah, we're going to get into that. And now you have Kamal being fucking crazy. So let's just play this real quick. This is WGN Investigations. They have really clear pictures, so I wanted to play these. No, we're not about to listen to music. Okay. I want y'all to be able to see everything. I know the music make it better, but right there, they showing Tiffany running in. They honing in on Tiffany Brown's lawsuit claims. As we're gonna read the lawsuit, but I just want you to see a visual of what happened so we can kind of flash back. But they did an excellent job actually highlighting the brawl, like for real. Brown lawsuit claims as he concluded his public remarks at the meeting, your boyfriend, who runs violent prevention programs for Thornton Township, called him a bitch and threatened to hurt him. Now it's kind of messed up. It says a second man intervened, leading to punches being thrown. Now again, when I did that live before, I'm gonna be honest, that had to be God. I didn't know Lavelle actually do security. I'm like, yo, he looked like he do security. He looked like he being a Jedidiah security. And he actually worked for security. So it was very plausible that he may have been Jedidiah security. You know, so that's one of the things we have to be in consideration of, that he wasn't acting like a regular citizen if he wasn't in that capacity. So we're going to keep that in the back of our mind while we read the story. Okay. And see kind of the validity of where he stands versus what we saw. Okay. Also, shout out to Debt Free Dad. He actually broke it down really good. He has a great perspective. You know, we all come from different ways, but I appreciate it. It made a lot of sense. So let's just get to this. Oh, wait. Let's put this on a glass. Okay. Shout out to YouTube. You know, we be doing good. Wait, is this supposed to be it? We're going to do that fair use. And then it's supposed to be warning. Okay, some will be graphic, but this is on public international news. So YouTube, I don't expect you to act all weird. Let's go. Now, just got to show y'all the chaos. And DeMarcus, please lock him up. Please give him a fine for grace. Please. He acted like a retarded kid, like he was an artist. He made me mad. Look. Oh my God, didn't I tell y'all this? Okay, no emotions. One more time. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm Aggie. I want him to get in trouble. Okay, I won't show it one more time. It roused me up. Let's play it. Let's just finish 27-second clip. They like, that's why you're gonna get in trouble. You keep rewinding it. Remember that guy being picked up, all of that went on. Yeah. That's the most disturbing part to me, DeMarcus. I do. Because can y'all explain to me why he did that so I can stop being so mad? It bothers me. I never saw a grown adult do that. I saw kids have temper tantrums like that. I did. Is he retarded? Please answer my question, y'all, so I can get over it. My heart hurt. I'm so mad about that. All right. So all of that led to this. Okay, we're doing a timeline. I'm not just talking stuff. Thornton Township moves to fire 2 employees. This is Harvey World Harold. I do apologize.
I just noticed that.
You're not watching it. Hold
Back
on.
Motion. I'll make a motion to resume the regular board meeting.
Okay, Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann,
Yes.
Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez. Yes. Motion passed. Right, so now we are on item 6, action coming out of closed session. Is there a motion?
I would like to make a motion to terminate effective immediately Kamal Woods. Second.
Okay. Trustee Wiedemann,
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez. Yes. Motion passed.
All right. And that's when Tiffany started looking like this. Okay. Her boyfriend was officially fired. And she did mention, and I didn't get that clip. Oh, she was like, oh, yeah, you just gonna get sued. It's good. It's fine. First, that's the first thing she said. So we should have expect this from Tiffany. Okay. Now, this is lawsuit filed after fight breaks out at Thornton Township. Now it's bringing us up to Jedidiah and Jay. Okay. Let's watch this real quick. This is brought to you by Channel 5 Chicago.
So there is a new round of troubles for a suburban politician. 2 men say they were injured in that brawl that happened during a public meeting last month, and they are now suing Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and others. NBC5's Regina Waldrop is on the story. She has exclusive details tonight, speaking with both men and Henyard's attorney.
It was a jarring scene at a recent Thornton Township board meeting. This large fight erupted shortly after Jedidiah Brown called Supervisor Tiffany Henyard an expletive.
Once there's this confrontation, Kamal Woods pushes and punches Lavell Redmond. He takes a swing at him.
Both men say they were attacked and injured for exercising free speech. They also claim Henyard was a participant in the fight.
She attacks Lavell Redmond first, hits him maybe twice, and then she goes right in onto Jedidiah Brown.
I take responsibility for my part in all of this, but it's under constitutionally protected lawful activity. I can say what I want to say, but at no time should a citizen feel that they will be attacked by an elected official.
They've both filed civil lawsuits for assault, battery, and emotional distress, naming Henyard, her boyfriend, a Village of Dolton employee, Thornton Township, and South Holland Police as defendants. Both men say they filed police reports with South Holland PD, but no one arrested. We reached out to the department, but didn't get a response.
She is to be held at the same standard as we all with the judicial or federal system. She's not exempt from that.
It was disheartening for me to see the police, after being attacked, tell me that they would not investigate this.
An attorney representing Tiffany Henyard says the claims made in the lawsuits are false.
I'm sure it'll be dismissed before it gets off the ground. So I don't think there's going to be much of any litigation that goes into it.
Brindley also claims a weapon was involved.
The man brought a knife into the meeting hall, and he swung that knife at Kamal Woods. People got cut. So that's a fact. And now he wants to claim that he's a victim, that the mayor attacked him. It's on video. The mayor didn't do anything to him.
Matthew Costardo says the claims about his client having a knife, not true. He says the video speaks for itself.
The use of violence against individuals who are simply advocating for transparency and accountability in the community, that's just unspeakable, and it's unacceptable.
Both men are asking for compensation for medical bills and attorney's fees, among other things. They're seeking a jury trial. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Okay, shout out to Regina and all of her great reporting for Dolton. I'm over here like, oh, because I was a little tired, but I did have the video, and I'm going to put it in the reels tonight. I do have the picture of the gentleman who had the knife allegedly. At first, I thought it was fake. I thought it was a blurb. I thought they like conjured it up and put it in his hand, but it was actually a short, stocky guy with a hoodie. I don't know if it was the same guy who pushed Jedidiah when Jedidiah was getting up like this. I told you, look, they pushing him, but it was none of these individuals who was involved in the lawsuit. It looks like it was a shank type knife. I'm going to put it in the, I have it. And I also have Jedidiah picking up the mic. highlighting that it was not a knife. So we're going to put the truth out there. It was a knife, I think, but it looks like it came in or was in on the people who were attacking Jedidiah and Jay. I just have to say it. Thank God, and I'm praying it wasn't the one who was actually pushing Jedidiah, because those pushes, if it had the knife involved, God be the glory. But we're going to look, I'm going to show y'all in the reels, and y'all going to make the determination, because at first when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's doctored. That's doctored. But it does look like it. And if it was doctored, they doctored the wrong person. It was someone that was against Jedidiah and Jay. So I have to say that I don't have it right now because my focus wasn't, but it is the truth. You know, I'm not, y'all know how it is. Y'all know how I am. I'm not beat. I got to tell the truth. Now, let's move forward. Hit the like button. So we know Jedidiah is suing, and what we want to do now is kind of take a look back. We're going to do rewind. Now, what we're going to do is look at Lavelle's first case. I didn't read it, but we're going to read it today. He was an employee of Tiffany, and allegedly, when the heat got on, she belted on him and fired him wrongfully. Now, we're going to read it, and then we're going to get to, it looks like a settlement is coming. I'm just going to be honest. Real is real. Something else out of the village of Dolton's pocket. Okay? So let's just read this. Here you go. This was filed on August 11, 2023, Lavell Redmond versus Tiffany Henyard. I'm going to try to just go through a lot of the personal information. This was handwritten, so I believe he wrote it himself. Okay, so and I never read this. I promise you, y'all, I didn't. In or around summer 2022, I was brought out from Chicago to Dolton, Illinois by a friend who promised me an opportunity that would probably ensure a steady job. I was reluctant. Yes, I still decided to give it a chance, being previously incarcerated and jobless. Upon my arrival to Dolton, Illinois, I was introduced to a young candidate for mayor in the village of Illinois, Dolton, Illinois. And that candidate was none other than Tiffany A. Henyard. Me and Tiffany A. Henyard, he write pretty good. I'm proud of him. Me and Tiffany A. Henyard spoke a bit, and I learned that I'm not being funny. He was locked up since a child, so he's doing great. My brother's locked up, okay? So I'm telling you, I'm not being funny. I had my brother get his high school diploma while he's still incarcerated, so I understand how hard it is. But if he wrote this out, he did a good job. Okay, me and Tiffany A. Henyard spoke a bit, and I learned that she would, in fact, not only become the mayor if elected, but also would make history as the first African-American female mayor of that village. I was inspired and emotionally moved to meet such achieved young women, but unbeknownst that I had been recruited as an official campaign worker. That very same night and each day and night thereof, I campaigned relentlessly, walking door to door and feeling the pressure of burning out my fuel in my, I'm laughing, in a vehicle had no job to replace the gas. Leading up to the final movement of Tiffany A. Henyard big win for mayor of Dolton, Illinois, and on accounts during days and even hours of campaign, I was regularly asked by Tiffany A. Henyard if I wanted to work as a personal detail once she won the big seat as mayor. It was flattering to be offered such honorable position, given my questionable background and with that the usual requirements. So I asked her, was she serious? And which she replied, yes, I am serious. Previously to Tiffany A. Henyard asking me if I wanted to earn $60,000 a year for working for her personal detail. We began, both Tiffany and myself, talking also about going into greeting card business, and we were scheduled to sign a LLC through the attorney. which began our previous conversation leading up to her asking me if I wanted to work as a personal detail. I respectfully declined, pointing out that my criminal background could harm her political image and that I would be satisfied with just embarking on the number 2. So I believe the greeting card, the greeting card venture with her instead. So he said he tried to be honorable, like, yo, this not even going to fit. But let's just do the greeting card thing, which is highlighting that, you know, she's petitioning people to give them jobs and they're not qualified. Alleging to this petition, he's saying, hey, I don't think I can fit this description, but Tiffany, like, you could do it. I don't care. I'm going to be the boss. So in the months to come, and after so much personal security and campaign working collectively, Tiffany A. Henyard had finally won the seat for mayor. I was asked to do security and functional detail working for her. Big inauguration and introduction as the newly elected mayor of the village of Dolton. Days later, she called me and said she was sorting through her transition list and said she had a high-paying job for me since we agreed that my criminal background would likely cause a few eyebrows to raise in skepticism. Again, I pointed out to Tiffany A. Henyard, now Mayor Henyard, that I was not looking to work a job, but that I was still waiting on her and I to launch the greeting card venture. Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard responded by telling me that we would in fact start our business as official partners, but that she was too busy sorting through the essentials regarding her transitional team and her overall role as mayor. Weeks later, I was called in to work as a code enforcement officer. In the months following my role working as a Dolton, Illinois code enforcement officer, there was a lot of fighting. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not mute because I'm just reading. Okay, guys, hit the like button. There was a lot of fighting and no transparency between both the Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the Village of Dolton Board of Trustees, the Village of Dolton Board of Trustees. I was unfairly singled out and attacked consistently by both Fox News and Mayor Tiffany Henyard unfavorable critics. I was demonized and portrayed as a child sex offender who was unworthy to work or should not be given the opportunity to work as a code enforcement officer. The true events of my background was publicized with one side narrative, which painted the picture of a monster who had been given a badge and exclusive access to residents' homes. When in fact I was young, 15 years old, troubled kid who had decided to hang around a group of fellow troubled kids and a uncle of those kids when true crime occurred, it was the crime occurred. I was convicted simply for being present and played no active role in the crime. I was convicted because I had no proper defense and did not understand the law. Mayor Tiffany Henyard openly lied to both Fox News reporter as well as the Village of Dolton Board of Trustees, claiming to not have no knowledge of my criminal background, which investigated the Chicago Police Offender Unit to me. So she kind of hinted to them, like, come get him. He lied. So she literally just flipped on him like a stray dog, allegedly, according to this complaint. I was tired and put on trial for failing to comply with the state offender registry, then later acquitted of all charges. With all that bad publicity and consistent mischief around my background, I decided to stay away from politics. In months following, the Board of Trustees decided to recall Mayor Tiffany Henyard's seat as mayor of Dolton, Illinois, and she called me directly and texted me and asked if I could come out to help her. I declined and she got upset. I was approaching the Village Hall parking lot, yelled at by Mayor Henyard, claiming I wasn't loyal and other profanity. I don't care to mention. Both political influence as well as residents and fellow employees heard I think I don't Hurst me to go. I think he's trying to say like pushed him a hearse. He put a hearse. It's cool. He been writing really good. He like people be typing this up. He did his thing. So they coerced him. I think that's what he's putting. Coerced me to go to the media and tell my side of the story. The story, the major and the mayor and her then chief of staff tried to keep me quiet about it. I contact Tom from the Chicago Tribune and he readily gave me an interview. I told him the truth about how Mayor Henyard lied to the media about her lack of knowledge with regards to my background and that she would likely try to fire me for telling my truth, to which she did almost immediately after being sought out by the Chicago Tribune. I gave my interview on 8/31/2022, and that Wednesday during my lunch break, I was called in. Called in by the village of Dolton. It's a village hall, and handed 2 copies of a termination paper with no signature on either. Because I spoke out to Tom from the Chicago Tribune to clear my name from the public ridicule and subjected of threats and dismissive language. I was targeted, humiliated, fired from my job following homelessness, depression, and suffering. I was deprived of my First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and right which include formerly incarcerated. So he said, hold on, let me just read the last line. I was deprived of my First Amendment right to freedom of speech and a right which include all Americans, including formerly incarcerated. I wanted to read that. What I will say, I have not read a handwritten complaint in God knows when. Y'all see all complaints be typed up. I'm going to say for Lavelle to be locked up since the age of 15, he did a remarkable job. He didn't recite law, but he recited the facts. He recited his rights. He recited the proper facts that will highlight that she was going against the First Amendment rights and freedom of speech, as well as that they were defaming him and that she knew. And I think he probably has some proof that she knew. So I'm going to definitely give him his respect because a lot of people can't do that. They can't write their complaints up, baby. I'm just going to say that. So this is the beginning. What we're going to show you right now, I'm just going to go into Pacer and we're going to give you a status update because for what I saw, it looks like he's about to get a lawsuit. We're going to look at that status update. We'll get to your questions, your comments, and then we're going to watch the interview, portion of the interview that Lavelle did with his brother. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Please hit the like button. I think we're doing good. I think we're moving pretty good throughout this live. Hold on 1 second. It's going smooth. And now what we're going to do, I'm pulling up the case history. The last thing that I saw when I did an inquiry was the last one was settlement conference for 123 and 127. Let me see if it's available to me. It says the docket entry by clerk. All right. They got a court date coming up for a settlement, I think, for his first case. Dolton, look at that. Dolton has to pay for Tiffany Henyard bullshit. So this was updated on 1/23/2025. And it says, as of January 23, 2025, minute entered before the Honorable Judge Davis Weissman settlement conference held. All parties prepared via video conference. The party were unable to reach a settlement at this time, giving time related to the Village of Dolton elections, as well as this court discovery supervision obligation. A status hearing is set for 2/27. at 9:15. Discovery is briefly stayed until the parties and the court can discuss the feasibility of further settlement discussions. So we're going to have an update by 2:27 if they reach a settlement agreement. So they're negotiating right now. So this is an update on Lavelle's first case with the village of Dolton. Okay, we're going to get to your comments, and then we're going to get to a portion of Lavelle's interview. If you like what I'm showing you here, hit the like button. You know what we do. Unbiased, real. Sometimes I talk shit, but it comes from a good place and a real place. But today is just all facts. This is for people who don't know what was going on. Y'all know you could just sit here and watch Grace Levi and figure out what things that happened over the course of a week. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right. So shout out to Lavelle, and this is his brother platform. We're gonna put the links that we use in this video at the bottom. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Shout out to all my newies here. Hey, Birdie. Welcome. I never saw you before. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Sharp, our new moderator. I appreciate you coming in because you know it's hard out here for a pimp. I be trying to do good and they be catching me slipping. All right, y'all. Yep. As soon as she bounced in December, I remember the trustees didn't want to give employees their bonuses until they understood. Oh, are y'all talking about something else here? Y'all talking about? I'm trying to get to y'all comments, give y'all a chance to be on the screen. Shout out to Nate. Nate, shout out to you. You know what? I actually had your post up, and that's why I said, damn, I messed up on my live. Nate had made. Shut up. I'm glad I see you, Nate. Shout out to you. Nate had made a comment about the fight. And that's what I wanted to actually, I had it up on the screen, but things had got mixed up. So, you know, I had to put my boy Nate on the screen. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get, I had it up. You see how God is? God, like you, I should have put, I knew I was going to take a screenshot. I'm gonna see, can I find it? Nate, if you can, well, if my backup, if you can send me Nate post on what he said about the fight. That was one of the things that I wanted to show at the beginning, honestly. So shout out to Nate because your voice is important. You were there, you were calm, cool, and collective. You know, he was just like, nah, I'm not with this. I want to mind my business. And I will pray that when you get in, I'm just talking, when you get in, it'll be more peace, you know, and you guys can come to consensus, even if y'all don't agree. And I definitely know it's not going to be fighting like this. So shout out to Nate. I apologize that I did not have it on the screen. I literally bounced it off. And that was one of the things I wanted to show at the beginning, Nate's statement. He made a great statement about what actually happened that night. So now let's move this broadcast forward. Let's hear what Lavelle has to say. So now you're going to hear kind of in real time from him what he has to say is going to kind of bring to life what we just read and kind of add more to it. Because he said Henyard wasn't his girlfriend. I'm going to have to make jokes on Lavelle tonight. I'm going to have to make jokes on you, boo. Because yeah, Leota stole your girl, allegedly to you, not your girl. Leotis got the best of you with Tiffany, allegedly with a mink coat. And I'm messing with you tonight. We're gonna have to put some jokes on it. So let's just play this. We're gonna listen to 45 minutes into like 106 minutes. I'm gonna play it a little fast so we can get through it, but there's a lot of context in this little segment, okay, that I wanted you guys to listen to.
Trained and brainwashed black folks into thinking that's the way to go all the time. And that just gave me the revelation that it ain't that way. You know what I mean? So I didn't care about politics. I didn't know just how much of a dirty game it was, and the one hand washes the other game it was, until I embarked on the Dolton situation. So he had been trying to convince me to go out there for the longest. And I'm like, nah, but he knew I liked it. You know, he knew I liked it, the ladies. So he used that spiel on me. He was like, look, bro, my little cousin throwing a party. It's a lot of women out there. It's this, that, and the third. At the time, I lived on 119th and State Street. And I'm like, a lot of women. I said, you think you're going to get me to go out there talking about some women? I'm just saying, man, it's opportunity out there, man. Show some people your talent, what you do artist-wise, and, you know, maybe you can open some doors for yourself. He had been asking me so long, I felt so bad. I ended up going out there. And when I finally went out there, I was ushered into a campaign office where there was no party, no women, no nothing. The only thing that was in there was ex-police officer that was off duty, people who were rallying together for the campaign situation. And I had met Tiffany's cousin at first, Tamika. I thought she was a pretty girl.
Oh.
High and bowed, and spoke to a few other people in there. And finally, I was introduced to Tiffany. And when I was introduced to Tiffany, she walked up to me with this huge smile and these big eyes, talking about, "Oh, you here to campaign for me?" I looked.
I told y'all. Didn't I tell you? I told y'all Tiffany be getting the men's with them eyes. When they not looking like this, they look like this. When they not looking like this, they look like this. He said she came to me with them baby doll eyes, and I almost fell for her. Let's keep playing it.
At her, and I had this stuck smile on my face, and I looked over at Dion.
I was in love.
Like, really? Is this what you want, right?
He says, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want, girl?" Listen, also, he's going to talk about Kim Alliston. Kim Alliston. Remember, I kept telling y'all, we're going to figure out who Kim is, and she fired. Oh, Lavelle done put the dirt out on Kim. Oh, my God. If we not psychic over here, I wish Honeymoon was here, because Honeymoon, we know we be calling it out. I'm like, who Kim? Who Kim? And Lavelle going to tell us who Kim is in this live. So, this video. Let's finish watch.
So he's like, man, you know, he's trying to get me to go with the program. And Tiffany had this energy about her, this vivacious energy that you just simply did not, you could say no, but you just didn't want to say no to her.
It's
pretty. And I got to be honest with you. When I found out what was going on, the one thing that made me stay out there and get caught in the rapture of everything, because all my life, nothing has been good. You know, and for the first time, when it was told to me that a young Black woman would be running for mayor, making history, because of my background in the violence or partaking in the violent situation with women, I just felt the need to give back by supporting a young Black woman. You know what I mean? I felt that was on my heart. And at the same time, I just wanted to be a part of something that was just good for once. I wanted to say I took part in helping that lady win that seat as mayor. I took part in history, something for our people that was fundamental. I just wanted to say I did something significantly. And even if that were the last thing that I did, it would be wholesome for me. You know what I mean? It was enough for me to take to my grave knowing I did something good. And I had a Land Rover at the time that chewed up gas like no other truck in the world, right? And they had me riding up and down the street, putting these pamphlets in people's mailboxes, and I was out of gas, literally. I didn't know how I was gonna get home or nothing. So I had to call Dion, like, you got jokes, right? Who gonna pay for my gas? So he got an attitude like, man, you gonna get some gas money. If it's that serious, I'll send you some gas. No, what's serious to me is that you lied to me. You told me I was coming out here to a party full of women and drinks and fun, and I'm out here passing pamphlets out in people's mailboxes and burning all my gas up. So he had a little attitude, but after this, and fast forwarding to give you more perspective. So I never left. I was literally, I see a lot of people was promised opportunity around the campaign office, job offerings, for the loyalty of the commitment to the campaign.
So was that how you got your job, like a kickback for helping out?
It was not. So what happened with me is that Tiffany, I guess, grew fond of me. I guess she had like a little schoolgirl crush on me, and it was flattering, and not to sound cocky, I understand that some women may find me to be handsome or whatever, we got that. But needless to say, I didn't really take it to be serious. I seen her, she's a cute girl, but she wasn't my type. You know what I mean? She wasn't my type. But what was my...
I'm sorry, that song came in my head. Not my type, not my type. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Type that she possessed was, I love her tenacious attitude towards winning by any means. I like a hustler, grinder. Somebody that just will not stop at nothing to win.
Can you clear this up, man? Because the whole internet is talking about this, and I got to know your answer. You can answer it if you want. Okay. Did you and Tiffany sleep together?
Ooh.
Because they making a lot of internet things about you, her ex, and you hit her new boyfriend because you're mad at him. Do you want to clear that up? Because you don't have to. You don't got to answer it if you don't want to.
The answer is no.
Okay.
And if that were the truth, I'm a gentleman. I don't kiss and tell. But the truth be told, no, we never slept together. I'm sure that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I wasn't really in pursuit of nothing like that because, you know, even though I was in a relationship that was, you know, that had its challenges, I could not see myself playing with another woman's heart in order to gain positioning. You know what I mean? Or I just couldn't see myself doing that. I didn't feel right internally with the, you know, the prospects of leaving somebody crying somewhere with a broken heart to venture off into new horizon with somebody that I know nothing about. I personally couldn't do that. But I could have very well did that, you know, because the relationship I had was a little rocky and had its challenges. And I felt like if it wasn't for me, then it's not for me. So why not just progress to something different and better? And in hindsight, that certainly was not the case.
Okay, I just wanted to clear that up because, you know, the internet run with a lot of narratives, and they say, I saw one video where they were saying you kicked off a fight in Dolton because of her new boyfriend. You was jealous because you got fired and all this shit. So we just want to clear that shit up. You know what I mean?
Let me hold on. I'm sorry because I can't let that get past me.
Go ahead, do your thing.
And his mic is obviously trying to pervade me. But anyhow, for the record, I have never, and I suspect that's probably the case with you too. We both flesh of one flesh and blood of one.
He did good in this interview too because he was drinking. So if he was drinking, he must got a good tolerance because his story actually matched the story that we just read. So I just want y'all to pay attention to details. I have to report this unbiasedly. I'm like, this dude drinking and chilling, but the story still sounds the same as what we just read from months ago. So let's just listen, and it's like we getting more information.
Blood, right? I have never possessed the spirit to be jealous of any man. I've just never felt that type of debilitating feeling. You know what I mean? Of wishing I had what somebody else had, or wishing away what they accomplished. With Kamal, you have to understand, I didn't have to give Tiffany to him. And I'm not meaning to sound cocky or nothing like that, but she wanted me.
See?
And he was trying at the time to gain position. He had brought her some mink coat up there or something. And she liked money and materialistic shit. So
I'm going to say this right here. That statement right there is telling me there's something missing from this. He said, I let him have her basically. But you wasn't, and you was in a relationship. But he explains a little bit more about the expectations allegedly from Tiffany family and things. I don't know if we're going to hear it because we're going to do about 7 more minutes of this. But yeah, I think Lavelle, if she was your girlfriend, you want her around all the time. You want her around all the time. I'm just playing, y'all. Let's finish watching. You know I got to spice it up. But you guys are getting a clearer picture of what happened. And that's the actual goal of me going live tonight. Let's go.
And then again, I had a girl that I didn't want to break her heart. If I would have pursued Tiffany the way I could have pursued her, I would have completely eliminated Kamal because let's just face it, he couldn't stand toe to toe with me in any, and I don't fight over women. That's just something I'm never going to ever be guilty of. So could I have pursued her and pervaded her from dealing with him? Absolutely. But I didn't want to.
So you just kept it professional.
I kept it professional. I was at a crossroads. So I had the decision whether to try to stand it out with the person I was with, even though I knew it probably wasn't working out the way I would want it to work out, where it was compatible for me, or to be a weasel and go get with a new girl and not in the endeavors that I had with the prior girl.
Now you got to understand that I'm not just sharing this so it could be messy. Understand the fuel behind what has happened. Like this was some old school girl, high school thing where he had little Love Jones that did a little bit of his shooby-dooby bid probably coming out. She got expectations. She want the best. He can't do it. They having issues. And you're like, I'll give you the world. And he like, the eyes are pretty, but I don't know about this. I just want my own business. I'm not with the politics. So maybe he didn't play her as she wanted to. And then Kamal came with the mink lack and did straight Little Kempta, Biggie Smalls and Kempt these two together. And that's all it says, Murder, She Wrote. Again, highlight some of the things that we've been highlighting on a serious note. Their MO when they're going into these campaigns and getting this position is promising people positions and helping them with businesses and this is what you guys need to hone in on the back end, that these type of politics is going on. That's why, one, I say that you guys have to get in. If y'all sick of seeing the same people in these positions, they switching seats, go in and fill the seats. And like I said, go create a business, bring money and revenue, some power. You'll have some power in what you say. Money bring power. You start making some moves, but you got to do something. Let's just be honest. But this is part of y'all politics out there. That's why we're talking about it too. It's not just for the mess. Everything is coming to a sizzle. We're seeing the full picture. I love it. Let's go.
So I decided until whatever I concluded with the first party, I would not embark on nothing else new. And that's why Kamal ended up with Tiffany. And that's a fact. And as far as me punching Kamal,
Leotis.
Hold on. No, I don't want to get in front. So I want to ask you, okay, so y'all had a good relationship. Y'all started out as friends.
Yes.
Where did it go wrong? Because 3 years ago, I saw a video with the news. This is when they started digging in your background. I saw the news pulling up on you and shit, ask you about your case because it was things tied to obviously the publicity that Tiffany was getting. So where did y'all go wrong?
You know, Tiffany got famous because of me. Let's just put it in a nutshell. Tiffany is a typical case of people who ain't used to shit and they get everything dumped on them all at once and don't know how to handle it. So it starts to morph and tan them into something, much like what you see today. So do I feel like she's heartless and cold and calculating like all the namesayers say, these YouTubers and all that? I think she's displaying that type of behavior, but I knew her before she gained the position she had. She was very thoughtful. She would take stuff to people that needed stuff, that was in need. She was a go-getter for you. She was literally a patriot for loyalty if she was loyal to you. If she liked you and she felt like you was on her team or she viewed you as family, she would put her neck out on line, and she did it for me.
I see.
So remember this. He's saying something about Tiffany, and that's why she do have people who are loyal to her, because she didn't turn on them. You have people, a lot of people, it didn't happen to me. They didn't do it to me. So they feel like whatever everybody else is talking, Tiffany didn't do it. She has some people who are loyal to her for that apparent reason of what he said. The compassionate side or whatever she showed, but then she got into a position and started showing her front, everything just shaking it on the glass and don't care. Let's listen to like 2 more minutes of this, and then we're going to get right into both of their lawsuits. Jay's lawsuit against Thornton Township and DeMarcus, thank you, his old broke ass. DeMarcus don't even work with them. DeMarcus is just going to have a lien on his damn life. Little dirt. That's what I'm going to call him. Let's finish this real quick. I'm glad to hear, because y'all know I was aggravated with DeMarcus. Nobody could give me anything to make me feel good about DeMarcus, about him getting some retribution. And now I feel good, because every time I saw this picture, it pissed the whole life and death out of me. Y'all saw what he did. Oh, thank you. All right, 1 more minute and we're going to get to the cases. Thank you for being with us today. Told you we was going to do a deep dive, get all of this out the way. One, because I never talked about Redmond's case. And now I said, hey, let's just do this. And then I had some archives that I had held from Dolton Politics about Kamal. So this was our follow-up. And then we're going to go into what they talk about.
She ran and punched the motherfucker. But go ahead.
she did it for me. But the reason why I call her a typical case, to me, she just has a weak mind. Weak mind meaning if you know people really do hold your best interest at heart and they're there for you no matter what, and you see that and you still allow other people to get in your ear and get you to double cross those people, to me, you got a weak mind. So that's just the bottom line with that.
That's the truth.
Do she have evil ways and evil practices? Absolutely. Do I feel like she needs the full magnitude of karma that's coming to her? Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
all right, we're going to stop right there. We saw enough. We saw from 46 minutes to 56 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Now, this is actually Mr. J's brother, not the shop podcast. We're going to put it at the bottom of our video so y'all can watch the full hour and 47 minutes interview. It was very interesting. You learn a lot. And we're going to leave it like that. So that is just to give us a feeling of what we was missing between their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on around here? Now let's just show y'all this. Let's show her. Pretty brown hair, you know we see you. It's a disguise. It didn't come off, 'cause Henyard's a thug. She paced down that wig so damn good she knocked them boys out. Let's watch this video together. Let's play it one more time, y'all. Henyard stay breaking our heart. Y'all know I had to sing for y'all. I haven't sung in a long time. Hit the like button. I'm gonna give y'all a little entertainment. Y'all know y'all like my singing. Hit the like. Keep breaking my heart. All right, let's watch this. Here we go. FoxNews.com. That was a great shot. I wanted you guys to see it in real time. Don't forget what happened. Don't forget how Henyard behaved. Don't forget how wild it got. That brown hair was like, left, right, left. Knock it out. Yo, she is the toughest. Y'all better stop playing. I thought she was tough. No, y'all got some thugs out there in Dolton. I'm just playing. I don't promote violence, but y'all know I gotta keep it light. It ain't good. It ain't right. We gonna fix it. Maybe not tonight. All right, now let's get to this. This is Lavell Redmond case versus Tiffany Henyard and everybody else. Let's get to it now. Let's hit the like button. Thank you. You know, 10% of our proceeds go to Alexis Wilson Carr's foundation that she has, Lexi Love Foundation, where she gives gifts on particular holidays to victims of excessive force and police brutality. Okay, hit the like. You know what we do here. Now, let me fix this. Can y'all see it on the screen pretty good? Do I need to make it bigger? All right. Here we go. This is the Lavell Redmond versus Tiffany Henyard, Kamal Woods, in his capacity, DeMarcus Crigley, and his official collect. Oh, DeMarcus is employed at Dolton, y'all. What the hell DeMarcus do in Dolton? Waterworks Department? Y'all wait, we about to get DeMarcus fired. Hey, why y'all not following up on DeMarcus? I asked y'all, did he work for somebody? And I thought he was self-employed. This bastard works for Dolton. Oh, freedom of information request. We figure out what the hell DeMarcus do. Fire him on his day job. Get this jigger fired. Y'all, please, for Grace Levi. He deserved. Y'all not paying attention to him. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm calling out. Every time I do a live, I call out for DeMarcus to be fired. Here we go. So this is a Lavelle complaint against these individuals, and to highlight the government of Thornton Township is named in this, and all point security and detectives. Is that the old man and William Moore? Yes, he got everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all tell me if they suing this old man right here. Y'all saw this. Y'all better not be suing his company. What was he? Y'all better not be suing. Take him off of there. What was this man supposed to do with all y'all young buckaroos jumping around and Tiffany Henyard coming like a rhinestone cowgirl? Y'all, it better not be naming him. My bookie. Y'all know I'm trying to hold my laugh because my baby went through it that night. Why y'all do my man like that? Y'all don't know. Let me take him off the screen before I start crying, laughing again. Y'all better take him off that lawsuit, Lavelle. They couldn't do nothing. All right. Nature of action. This is a civil rights action brought under. Now, I'm trying to understand why is they taking it, like, you know, bringing forth constitutional only charges, like, because it's in a higher court. So I still have to understand how they just bring it straight to the higher court. but we'll talk about that on other days. So the nature of the action is a civil rights action brought under the violation of the Fourth Amendment right of the United States Constitution. Also, along with Illinois' common law claims of assault and battery, plaintiff was violated, attacked, in retaliation for expressing his constitutional rights of freedom of speech and expression of association. Now, this is Lavell Redmond. Now, I need to know, how is he coming under this? We got to read this because he didn't speak. So let's read this, okay? I haven't read it yet. We have the parties. This is my raw reaction. Factual allegations. On July 28, 2025, the regular scheduled meeting, Thornton Township meeting, took place where public comments were allowed. Jedidiah Brown, as well a well-known critic of defendant Tiffany Henyard, participated in the public comment portion of the meeting and made remarks directly at the defendant Henyard. As Brown was concluding his comments, defendant Kamal Woods approached him from behind in an immense manner and called Brown a bitch and threatened to hurt him. Defendant DeMarcus Krigley also called plaintiff up, and that he threatened to hurt him as well. Woods and Krigley, so this is Woods and Krigley, also stated that there was a green light on either one or both plaintiff and Brown to physically harm them. Now, a green light means that whenever I see you is a go, like trash season, and they've been talking like that. And I definitely know what we showed you before with Kamal and Jedidiah. This has been balling up anyway. It was like, yeah, but I see you, we don't go. We don't go. So this is where a lot of it was stemmed from as well. Plaintiff intervened in attempt. So plaintiff is, we're talking about now, is Jay. Plaintiff intervened in attempt to mediate and prevent the physical altercation between all parties. Defendant Wood then physically pushed plaintiff and swung at plaintiff, prompting plaintiff to defend himself and Brown by punching Wood. Now, what I will say from the rip, he should have mentioned if he was, that he was in the position of being Jedidiah security. You don't always have to have a physical contract. You can have an implied, a written contract. I mean, not a written contract, but a verbal contract. So what that goes to say, even like I said, suggestive of the way things were set up, I think that the lawyer may should have put that there because it just looked like he intervened just as a citizen, when I think it would have been better for him to intervene as a security guard. But I'm gonna just mind my business. Woods then dragged Brown to the ground as the melee ensured. During this melee, the defendant Henyard ran from her chair across the room, physically attacked the plaintiff first by swinging wildly and hitting him with her microphone. Then physically attacking Brown by hitting Brown in his back and his head with her microphone while he was down on the ground. So y'all know what I think. Jedidiah picked up that microphone. They were swinging like girls. They wasn't really swinging well. That mic came out of hand. All of this happening while Henyard coming racing down the damn way. Let's put her back on the screen. She bust her head like boom. Still saw the mic. This is allegedly. It was kicking ass. That whole last part was allegedly. Okay. So now moving forward, physically, so let's get back to it. During the melee, defendant Henyard ran from her chair across the room, physically attacking plaintiff, first by swinging wildly and hitting him with her microphone, then physically attacking him by hitting Brown in the back, in the head with her microphone while he was down on the ground. After being hit by Henyard, plaintiff backed away from the brawl on the outskirts of the skirm. So y'all saw that, and I told y'all, it looked like she just like pushed him out the way. That's what it looked like. It looked like they was going after Jedidiah for sure. After being hit by Henyard, plaintiff backed away from the brawl on the outskirts of the skirm. However, plaintiff then tried to re-enter the skirm to find Brown and make sure that he was okay. However, as plaintiff was attempting to re-enter the skirm, defendant giggly jumped onto the table and violently clicked plaintiff several times. Now, I didn't see that, but I did see Krigley kick that damn TV. So I didn't see that, but this is all alleged. We just reading that. After being kicked by Krigley, plaintiff punched Krigley in the leg, which caused Krigley to stop kicking plaintiff. This is not funny. A security guard officer was in close proximity and had the opportunity to prevent or de-escalate the altercation, but failed to do so. Instead, the security officer picked up and carried Brown to a separate room. After being kicked by Krigley, plaintiff began to exit the township hall to go outside, was also looking for Brown to make sure that he was okay. The plaintiff was exiting the town hall. He was surging with adrenaline and began to yell at Krigley and Woods about the attack, telling them that they were out here bullying women and expressing his displeasure with their action while using lively language. And that was the time, like I said, something was going on because they didn't pull Krigley and Kamal and them out. They were standing on the opposite side. Krigley was on the phone making phone calls, and then Jedidiah got pulled out. And I don't know if Jay noticed that, but then Jay was being pulled to that side, and I guess Jay was like, "Fuck that." He's still talking shit. And that's when you see him coming towards a little bit. I think that's my synopsis of what happened. But the officers, they should have named the security guard. They should have named the police, the short midget police that was there that took Jedidiah report. He was there. He didn't push none of the motherfuckers out. Him and his people, they came in like, what happened? They didn't push nobody out. And I think that's who should be named in this. So it says, before exiting the building, plaintiff realized that he was missing his cell phone and began to re-enter the town hall. And what we saw, allegedly, it looks like Moore picked up the phone, Williams, and gave it to Krigley. And that was caught on Miss Nicole's clip. Oh, yeah, I remember. It was caught on Miss Nicole's clip because they was antagonizing her, and she had the best view of the door. And Krigley picked up a phone and gave it to, William picked up a phone and gave it to Krigley. So I think that could have been his phone, but that's captured on camera. I'm giving y'all some evidence here. Miss Nosy Grace Levi. Plaintiff began to look for his cell phone, but friends and individual in the main basement hall where the meeting took place told plaintiff to leave and that they would look for the phone so plaintiff could leave the hostile environment. Due to the highly publicized meeting involving Henyard, a majority of the melee was captured on several video cameras, both by residents filming with their cell phones and by the news media with professional cameras. At least one of the videos revealed that one of the assailants is in the melee had a knife. We're going to show you that in our reels. I won't forget it. And that is on Henyard's side. That guy was a short guy, black jacket and hoodie. And it's two of them. It's two that looks like that. And one guy looks like Gerald Jones, but he's darker. One guy I was told was actually an officer or ex-officer trying to break things up. And they tried to name him as somebody who was antagonizing, and he wasn't. And then it was another one with the knife. That's what I'm seeing. It was three of them that kind of look similar there. So we need to make sure that we give the right description of who had that knife. So so at least one of the videos related to one of the assailants in the melee had a knife. Upon information and belief, that assailant was associated with Woods. Further video of the melee revealed Krigley handing a bag to his female companion, which upon information and belief contained a handgun. I didn't see that video, but wow. If this is so true, this is crazy. Further video of the melee revealed Gigley's handing plaintiff's cell phone to Thornton Township employee William Moore. See, I saw William handing it to Krigley. That's what I saw. I saw that. I saw William pick up a phone and give it to Krigley. Maybe they need to verify that, but I know I saw that. And also, I was made aware of that by someone as well. They saw it too. Defended South Highland Police Department in Thornton Township, though their officers and security personnel failed to intervene. Thank you, God, you put the police involved because they didn't do nothing. Failure to intervene, despite knowing the past township meeting had been contentious at a time at times violent. The next day, on January 29, 2025, plaintiff went to the emergency room for injuries to his face, head, neck, hands, and neck. So it looks like Jay went to the hospital. Smart guy, because if they said that, Jedidiah and them had the knife, and the way he was swinging that damn microphone, I told you somebody's back should have been cut up. And it didn't sound like nobody on here your side has said they went to the hospital. Only hospital picture you just saw is allegedly whatever Henyard had a hysterectomy or miscarriage, allegedly. I don't know what the hell that picture was. She was holding her stomach. That's the only hospital picture we seeing on their side. Okay. So count one, First Amendment retaliation. Okay. First Amendment retaliation related to freedom of association. All right. Now that makes sense. Okay. Not freedom of speech, but association. Now comes the plaintiff Lavell Redmond. So they basically, I know they're going to restate everything that we just read, 1 to 35, and then we're going to move on to defendant unduly introduced into plaintiff personal relationship by retaliation against him for associating with Jedidiah Brown. The retaliation acts include physically attacking plaintiff just because he's exercised his constitutional right to freedom of association with Jedidiah Brown. Okay, plaintiff associated with Brown was protected, and his association with Brown was a substantial and motivation factor in the retaliation action. Plaintiff attempt to intervene, break up in the confrontation with Woods, Grigley, and Brown, and defendant Brown was, as shown, of verbal and nonverbal support of Brown. So it says Grigley and Brown, and the defendant Brown has shown a verbal and nonverbal. I think he was say that. I think he's going to be talking about Jay. Something mixed up there, but it's cool. Plaintiff have no prior personal relation interest in the matter. In fact, it was likely against his interest to try to intervene, break up the confrontation with Woods, Grigley, and Brown. However, Brown has protested the illegitimate policies of Henyard. Protested conditions in the public agencies do not solely promote the plaintiff's own interests, but instead address a matter of public concern of enjoys First Amendment protection. So he said, basically, I was attacked because I was associated with Jedidiah. He said, whatever Jedidiah got going on, that have nothing to do with me, and I end up being involved in it. Henyard has a widespread policy of retaliation against anyone for their speech or association in opposed to Henyard. In fact, although it is not authorized by writing law or expressed township policies, and this is exactly what other people have put in their case, it's like an underlining tone that what Henyard says is what goes. That's in my words. But here it says it was so permitted as well as settled as a constitute a custom or use with the force of law. So as I told you, what she say goes. Plaintiff constitutional injury, being physically attacked for his association with Brown, was caused by two persons with policies and decision-making authority. Here, also supervisor of Thornton Township, and Woods as a high-level Thornton Township employee. They were being involved. So that is Monell claim. So I would assume that's going to be involved in this too, just to pull them in and being connected to Thornton Township. Defendants' actions were taken in response to and in punishment of plaintiff verbal and nonverbal support for Brown. So that's what he's saying. Let's kind of move forward a little bit down. It says defendant Henyard, Woods, and Grigley acting cohort sought to suppress his speech through intimidation and physical force. And that can be shown, hopefully they said it here, but it actually can be shown in the way that they were positioned around Jay and Jedidiah. And also you can see Grigley numerous times looking back and forth at Kamal, hinting to him like, you ready? Or you hear that? So you can see something railing up even as Jedidiah is talking. Okay. So it says, therefore, the plaintiff Lavelle is asking for compensatory damages in the amount to be determined at trial, punitive damage against all defendants for their malicious and willful conduct, the declaratory relief, stating that the defendant violated plaintiff's constitutional right, injunctive relief requiring Thornton Township to implement security protocols to prevent further incidents at all public meetings, in which this was talked about a lot of times. So now Thornton Township finally going to get some metal detectors like they were supposed to, because Dolton got metal detectors, but I was listening or eavesdropping and I heard that they don't got none. So here we go. Attorney fees, costs, and pursuant. So that's what he's looking. Count 2, violation of due process against South Highland Police Department. Thank you. I like how these lawyers think. Who wrote this up? Lavelle? You wrote this up again? I like this. You naming the right damn people, because he'd be afraid to name the popo. Oh, we named it Yoke 2. Didn't take the report, came in there like, what happened? Didn't do nothing. If it was a shank there, you allegedly you ain't get the person and you still ain't get them. We're gonna move forward. So reading again, we went through 1 to 44. Let's move forward. The South Highland Police Department, Thornton Township, had the duty to maintain order and to prevent foreseeable harm at the public meeting. They were aware that the past meeting has been contentious and sometimes violent. The security officers was nearby. Again, y'all gonna blame my baby again, his old thick ass. Don't do my security guard like that, but failed to do anything. Under the 4th Amendment, individual has the right for personal security and bodily integrity. By failing to intervene, the government act the police township security effectively allowed to attack the plaintiff to occur. So there were a lot of signs that were showing that things were balling up. Is not a lie. And they have did this on plenty of meetings where things were balling up and they did not make people exit. They made certain people exit, like my baby girl mama, Cara, y'all saw in that clip, kicked them right on out. When the other people come in meetings, and no offense, I don't want to bring that up, but I got to, with golf clubs, didn't kick them out. Shit like that. They just weird. Just pick and choose what they want to do here. That's what I'm telling you. Shit is weird, guys. I gotta pay attention. There's no sides. It's all truth here. It's just weird. Okay. So they blamed police in Thornton Township for failure to intervene, in which I have to give them that respect because they knew something was gonna happen. And then y'all gonna get that one damn guy there knowing that he can't do nothing. So this failure to act despite knowing the immediate risk to the safety constitutes a state-created danger, violated substantive due process. Henyard, as an elected official in the middle of the township meeting, actively participated in the altercation. Her position as an authority in a government role, meaning her physical attack was state action, not just a private act. And that's true. Now, y'all remember this? Can we just sidetrack just a little bit? When Keith Price had punched a guy in the face, y'all remember when he was an alderman and punched a guy in the face? And then he ended up losing that case, not Keith Freeman, but the other guy, because they said that Keith Freeman wasn't acting in their capacity. No. Oh, I keep saying Keith Freeman. Scratch that. It's Keith Price. Thank you. I know my fave, like, no. It's Keith Price. Keith Price punched a guy in the face. And in that particular situation, they actually separated Keith Price from the town that he was in. I think it was Harvey. Y'all gotta correct me. And that guy ended up losing the lawsuit. So here, this is what he's trying to bring up. Like, okay, he's in his official capacity. She's in her official capacity. She was in a meeting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We don't want to hear she was going to her car, she got into a fight or nothing like that. This is directly connected to her role. So I just wanted to highlight that because before Keith Price got away and separated, they separated the town from Keith Price when he was the alderman, and he punched that guy in the face at his business over parking spots. If y'all don't remember that court case, we'll put it into a playlist of all Dolton court cases. It's going to be separate. Okay. Now, again, that is the end of that count. That makes sense. Count 3 is against Kamal Woods and DeMarcus Krigley. All right. So they include 1 to 57 that we just read. Woods and Krigley intentionally made verbal threats that they would touch plaintiff in a physical manner as described. And that's caught plenty of times. I don't know. Did y'all catch that? I never really heard Keith like Kamal and Krigley say it before the altercation that they was gonna get Jay, but I know they was talking shit at that door. So I don't know if that's what he's kind of talking about, but we'll just keep it moving. The threats made by Woods and Krigley caused plaintiff to be reasonably apprehensive that he would be subjected to intimidated, immediate offense and harmful physical contact and bodily harm. Plaintiff was damaged by Woods and Krigley conduct in that he suffered emotional distress and the loss of enjoyment of an ordinary, pleasurable life, which damage continues. It is what it is. Then we go into battery. So he's going after Kamal, Woods, DeMarcus, and Tiffany for battery. Yes. And it looks like they're going in their individual capacity. I want to see if they got Monell claim here. Let's see, maybe because you know that they have made some ordinance to make Tiffany liable for her lawsuit. So I'm trying to figure this out, because if the lawsuit written up in a good manner, Thornton Township could be separated just like before, and then they could go directly after these broke ass individuals. Let's just put this on the screen. Let's lighten things up just a little bit. This is who we talking about tonight. This is Krigley. This is Kamal Woods, and this is Henyard right here.
Now, all you crackheads, out!
Now you see why I had that? This is who we talk about tonight.
Now, all you crackheads, out!
All right, so that's them. Shout out to all of my people who support me in the background. Y'all be sending me so much funny things. So now, this is battery. A supervisor / mayor / superwoman charged with battery. Woods battered plaintiff by pushing, grabbing, and pushing him without justification. Woods' actions were an initial touching or application of force to the body. Henyard battered plaintiff by hitting him in the head with a microphone without justification. Henyard's actions were intentional touching and application of force to the body of the plaintiff. Krigley battered plaintiff by kicking him in the face multiple times without. Wait, hold up. Kick him in the face multiple times. Wait a second. Give me 1 second, y'all. We on page 10. Ain't we reading the right one? This is Lavelle. This is separate. I wonder why they say it like this. Because the plaintiff here is Lavelle. Lavelle didn't get kicked in the face. Y'all gonna have to fix this a little bit, y'all. Krigley battered plaintiff. Well, they should change it and say Jedidiah, because in here the plaintiff is Lavelle. I'm being technical here because it got me confused. Like, wait, did Lavelle get kicked in the face? No, I think he was talking about Jedidiah. So I just want to clarify that. Krigley actions was intentionally touching or the application of force to the body of the plaintiff. So that's who I think he's talking about. They just got to reword that properly. The actions of the defendants were to harm in the offending manner in intent. All right, so you know what Lavelle is asking for. Negligence against all point security and detective. You better leave my old people alone, Lavelle. Now, I'm going to have to get you for this one, because my baby had me crying that night. He tried. What is he supposed to do with you? 6'2", 200. He couldn't do nothing with nobody. He couldn't even do nothing with Jedidiah jumping around. Stop it. Take my baby out this daggone lawsuit and fix that last part, okay? All right, we're getting down to the end. We're on page 11, and then we're going to get to Jedidiah lawsuit from his perspective, okay? Thank you for being here. Hope you guys are getting a full understanding of what happened. I know I'm not perfect. I missed some things, but I at least try to break it down to the point that my people here, we could watch a one-hitter quitter and figure out what happened all damn week. Okay, that's what we do here, and then we break it up. Okay, so this is count 5, negligence against my man, doing my baby dirty like that. But they should have sent more people. They shouldn't have sent him. They shouldn't have did my booby like that. So against all points, security and detective, I'm so mad at them. Given the history of the contentious meetings again, just like they called the Popo out, they calling him out. Defendant had a foreseeable duty to prevent violence. That was actually his job. So during the January 28th township meeting, the South Highland police officer or the security guard was nearby and had the ability to stop the altercation before it escalated. I knew it. That little short midget Spanish guy that didn't want to take the report, that was then giving his input into Jedidiah report, was there. And then you had my man there. Okay. So he said when the physical altercation broke out, the defendant did not immediately step in to stop the balance. I'm sorry, y'all. They ran over my baby. They ran over. I love my old people. What the hell was he supposed to do with y'all? This is done. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm not about to read this part. I'm sorry. I'm crying because y'all not doing my baby like this. All right. This is the last part. I knew every time I see that picture, I cry laughing because that night, that shit had me bugging. My baby was being picked up off the floor. All right. Common law. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, this is where you can still get money. So, but he may have to show that through going to see a psychologist or something like that. You know, like I can't go outside. I can't work. You can't always just put emotional distress unless it show some type of emotional distress. And I'm gonna be honest, like when I was watching Natasha K against Cardi B literally went to a psych and then used her marriage counselor to give testimony about how she cried, how she was stressed, how she thought her life was over. And she had literally transcripts from a psychologist. You see what I'm saying? So this is a little reach, but we can run with it. I'm just reading. Defendant conduct described above, physical attack and plaintiff in retaliation to engaging in freedom of speech in public forum was truly extreme and outrageous and goes beyond all possible boundaries. Oh my God. And I'm going to say it's true. With this situation, I'm going to have to say it is very stressful, especially stressful for people to watch. It's stressful for people to be in. We have to take consideration that residents are afraid to talk. They are afraid to talk because they're being bullied by both sides. Henyard, and then allegedly also the other side they go after people you say you like Henyard. Who the fuck are you? You stupid, you an idiot. I'm just being real. Y'all know what they did to me when I had said senior. They had a lawsuit. And they did, except for stupid Henyard. And I want to still get my hand on that lawsuit while the judge dismissed it. Y'all, I'm working on it. All right. So anyway, just know I can run with this emotional distress a little bit because it'd be emotionally distressing for me, everything I've been dealing with here. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here, but he just going to have to prove it a little bit. Okay. So it says the defendant in a tort case must take his plaintiff as he finds him, even if it is more susceptible to injury than the average person. Oh, he put some case law in here. Hold up. Go ahead. He like, fuck that. I ain't got to go. I don't got to go to therapy. We can show that people have gotten relief without doing all that. Let me find out. Who got a smart lawyer? Okay, plaintiff suffered severe and extreme emotional distress after the defendant's action. Defendant conduct actually and proximately caused defendant's emotional distress. The defendant in the tort case must take his plaintiff as he finds him, even if he is more susceptible to injury than the average person. So it's like, hey, in this case, it's going to be hard for you to determine what's emotional distress. So you going to have to take it for face value. And this is a case kind of like highlighting it. I'm just reading it off his face value. But go ahead, forehead. I'll look into that later case. Oh, got a smart lawyer on the case. Okay, I think we're down to the last few. So then we get into the Jedidiah one. This is conspiracy. Thank you. You got to put conspiracy in there so you can tie everybody together. You see what I'm saying? Got to tie everybody together. Let's see how they tied everybody together. Plaintiff was deprived of his constitutional right when he was physically attacked in retaliation for associating with Brown. who was engaged in free speech in a public forum criticizing the action of Tiffany Henyard. Now, 90. Furthermore, during a township meeting, we know January 28th, the topic of whether Henyard's boyfriend Woods will be terminated from his employment with Thornton Township was discussed accordingly to the agenda and voted on. During the regular meeting, the township trustees voted to terminate Woods' employment. However, if the regular meeting could not be adjourned properly, then the vote would not formally go through. And that's what he's saying they were trying to do. It was conspiracy, but it actually went through. Because that day, oh, it didn't go through that day. They fired him that next special meeting. Remember? That's what we just showed you. Okay, go ahead. The setup was real. Yeah. Okay. Upon information and belief, Woods and Henyard made an argument to deprive plaintiff of his constitutional right of freedom of speech by physically attacking him during the meeting, which would cause the suspension of the regular meeting, and in doing so, suspending Woods' termination from Thornton Township. Therefore, the actual deprivation of plaintiff rights arise from the overt acts in the furthermore of defendant agreement, in that he suffered a physical harm and injury as a result of the defendant attacked the plaintiff. Eli, literally, they attacked me because they didn't want him to get fired. That is good. That is really good. That is good. And even though I think that can be proved with some, how can I say, circumstantial evidence in some of the video or how things played out, that is really good. That is really good. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. I mean, I'm not happy that these townships are actually getting, it's going to be four lawsuits connected to this. 3 of them going to go through. And I really do believe. The way this is written up, it don't sound too bad. I'm just being honest. Now, I didn't read Kamal's case because I didn't get my hands on it, but I'm going to try my best. Okay. Conversion. Let's get into this against DeMarcus Krigley and William Moore. All right. Is this the last one? We're on page 16. Tell me I'm doing a good job. Okay. It says, Grace, do you have a picture or a clip of that guy's knife? I'm going to put it inside of our reels. So before I go to bed, I promise you guys, I will put it in our reels. I have it in my phone, but I don't want to get distracted and do all that because I need to save my energy to read all of this stuff. We reading 3 cases in a row. We on number 2. Okay, so I will put that up there for you. So now this is where they're hitting Krigley with the boop, get Krigley and more. Okay. So plaintiff has, excuse me, Krigley and Moore obtained unauthorized and wrongful control, domain, or ownership over plaintiff personal property, his cell phone, after the melee. We got a little thing. Somebody did something. We did see we got videos. He needed to go to Miss Nicole. Nicole got the video. Is right there on a public platform. Plaintiff has the right in the property. Plaintiff had a right in the property because it was his personal cell phone. Plaintiff has the absolute and constitutional right to immediately possession of his cell phone. Plaintiff has demanded the return of the property from Krigley and Moore indirectly by filing a claim with the South Highland Police Department for return of his stolen cell phone, as well as speaking with multiple friends of Krigley about getting the phone back. Krigley telling these motherfuckers, this crackhead, I told you Krigley is a crack baby. That's what crack baby do. I got your phone, nigga. I got your phone. We all fuck that. Nigga, we on Instagram. Come get your phone. Wear that shit like a chain, old crackhead. That's Jigga. All right. So that is the end of that. I hope you enjoyed that reading. It didn't take everything out of me, but God be the glory. We got through that. Now, let's move on to Jedidiah. Okay? Jedidiah's lawsuit. Now, let's get his up there. And where we at? We 2 hours? Damn. We about to get to it. I don't know if I'm going to break this up because this is all connected. It really don't need to be broken up, but just the first part of me just kind of trolling. But yeah, this one going to stay together. Y'all want me to get to the comment? Grace, do you have the pictures? Yes. So we're going to put it again. Thank you for being here, Miss Payton. We're going to put it in our reels. I have it. Sup, y'all, Southern Illinois here, and thankful I'm way south of Hintard. Thank you, baby Jesus. I know that's the heck right. I know that's right. We're at 50% like till we get 75. Hit the like button. I'm putting in the work, y'all. Okay, my dyslexic ass be reading to y'all. Talk with y'all. Shut up. They like, why she say that? Because I need y'all to know. Okay, when I get tired and I start skipping over words, it's because of that. We moving on to Jedidiah. All right, welcome everybody. I think Creepy Krigley was kicking at Lavelle from the table. Yeah, that's what you said, but I didn't see the video. I saw him kicking that fucking TV. That bastard. I'm gonna talk like my grandma. He damn no good. Krigley is damn no good. I don't like him. All right, let's get to the last part. We get into Jedidiah's claim. And it should sound a little different because it's from Jedidiah's perspective. We heard it from Lavelle perspective, and now we're going to hear it from Jedidiah perspective. Okay. Thank you for being here. I hope I'm keeping y'all entertained and informed. And do hit the like button. And remember, any donations goes 10% goes to Cara and Alexis. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Jedidiah Brown. All right, so this was filed on the same day against the same people. Y'all better leave all point security and detective alone, because I said so. My baby can't even work no more because of y'all. Shit. All right, now let's get to it. Nature of complaint. Sounds familiar? This is the Civil Rights Actions Board under the First and Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution, along with Illinois common law for assault and battery. So it sounded pretty similar. We're gonna run through it. You know, I got them little spidey eyes and see if it's the same or different. Okay. So we got all the parties here. It is Jedidiah, Tiffany, Kamal, Krigley, South Holland Police Department, and Thornton Township, the government, all point security and detective. And Sergeant Storm and John Doe. Okay. We got to read all of this. Ain't no skimming through. Jedidiah done added some more. Give me some more. 21 pages. Hit the like button. Please. Factual allegations. Let's get to it. January 28th, 2025. A regular scheduled Thornton Township meeting took place where public comments were allowed. Plaintiff, as well as known critic of defendant Tiffany Henyard, participated in public comments portion of the meeting and made remarks directed to defendant Henyard. Plaintiff was concluding his comments, defendant Kamal Woods approached him from behind in a menacing manner and called plaintiff a bitch and threatened to hurt him. Defendant Krigley Lamarcus, his name Lamarcus. Krigley called him out, Lamarcus Krigley and Lavell Redmond, and also called Lavell Redmond a B, and that he threatened to hurt him as well. Woods and Krigley also stated that there was a green light on either one of both the plaintiff's head. Pretty verbatim. Redmond intervened in the attempt to mediate and prevent a physical altercation between all parties. Defendant Wood then physically pushed Redmond and swung at Redmond. Let me call him Jay, because I keep calling him Redman, because y'all know Redman from Newark, so it just keep rolling off my tongue. It's Redmond, but I'm gonna call him Jay. Okay, so bear with me, because Redman keep just rolling off my tongue. So Woods then physically pushed Jay and swung at Jay, prompting Jay to defend himself. So we did see that Woods, it looks like to me, Kamal went to grab towards Jedidiah. Regardless of the situation, the level of aggressiveness have to be measured by the jurors or whoever see it. But in any reasonable situation where you have two people approaching each other and one get out of his chair and move forward and the other one go forward, you know it's going to be some form of conflict. Now, if the first person hand that go up is coming from one individual, that is usually the person who has started the aggression or started the physical altercation. From what I see, Kamal hands did go up. if Kamal did not want to be perceived as him wanting to be in a brawl, in a fight, or anything, why the heck would you get up out of your seat and move forward? He could have said whatever he needed to do at his seat, like "F you, man," da 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 da. And Jedidiah would have looked more as the aggressor if he would have pursued Kamal without Kamal getting up. So that's why the way Kamal initially respond says intent. I know people talk about the level and how he got busted in the head and da 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 da, but his intent was to move forward with an altercation. And even though it looked like Jedidiah's intent was to meet him as well with the same level of what's up, Jedidiah didn't swing the mic first. He did not. And that's really, you know how much times we play this in slow motion. Okay, y'all know me. I'm gonna tell the truth. I got no dogs in the fight. So this is, again, Jedidiah's perspective. Let's move forward because it's a little bit different. So I want to get to where it's different. Okay, and this is where Jane Doe get involved. Okay, so Woods. Okay, here we go. So 18, defendant Woods then physically punched Jay and swung Jay, prompting Jay to defend himself and plaintiff by punching Woods. Woods then dragged plaintiff to the ground and the melee ensued. I think where everybody hit the ground is when Tiffany came and jumped. Like, because Tiffany ran into the damn table, like, boom. And that's where everybody went down. And she hurried up and got up and then still started fighting. So her whole rush, she bum rushed, I think, knocked all the men down. That's what it looked like to me. But we just going to, because Woods, I'm going to be honest, Kamal didn't do too fucking much. So I couldn't really see him dragging Jedidiah down because Kamal was like, you see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. But Krigley did a lot of the shit. So during this melee, defendant Henyard first physically attacked Redmond by hitting him with her microphone, then physically attacking plaintiff by hitting him in his back and head with her microphone while he was down on the ground. I think that possibly is to happen. And we did see her just boom, throw Redmond to the side and said, bitch, get out my way. So during the melee, defendant Krigley physically attacked plaintiff by kicking plaintiff in his face while he was down on the ground and while he was being held back, choked by Henyard and Woods. And I think that happened. I think they got footage of that. Upon information and belief, John Doe also kicked and stomped plaintiff during the melee and pull him to the ground. And I think that was the guy that looked like Jerry Jones. The guy that looked like Jerry Jones, dark skin, was violent. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got our first membership. And I'm going to make sure that I make the content good. I appreciate you. I just kind of look to the side. Let me get through this, and then we're going to get to the comments. Thank you. Thank you so much. So after being kicked in the face by Krigley, plaintiff was able to get to his feet and was confronted by Sergeant Storm, who was wearing all black with a vest indicating officer on it and was involved in the mayhem. Well, that's the guy he's talking about who picked him up like a baby. Is that the one he's talking about? Okay, Sergeant Storm and John Doe were holding out to be security guards hired all points to the township meeting, were in close proximity and had the opportunity to prevent and de-escalate the altercation, but both fell to. So I don't know if he's talking about that short guy, that short Spanish guy, that short police, but it was a police there. And I don't know if he's saying John Doe is the gentleman with the hoodie. We're going to put that up as well. I don't want to get distracted because I got to get through these pages. We're going to show you the guy with the hoodie. We're going to show you the different guys, two different guys that I thought was involved. And you know we're going to show the right ones, okay? Because there's three guys that look alike. One of them like Jerry Jones, though. The other one had the knife. And then there was another one that was breaking it up. that they tried to mix up in the mayhem and say he was starting stuff, but he wasn't. All right, so instead, Sergeant Storm picked the plaintiff up and carried him to a separate room where Jane Doe also entered shortly thereafter and closed the door behind him. John Doe, oh shit. Both Sergeant Storm and John Doe grabbed plaintiff and began to wrestle him to the ground. Oh, this is what was happening in the background, y'all. While on the ground, Sergeant Storm physically restrained plaintiff against his will and hit him several times, banging plaintiff's head and elbow against the wall and the floor. After fighting both men for approximately 1 minute 30 seconds, plaintiff broke free and ran out of the room. Yo, they were trying to jump Jedidiah. Jedidiah, you ain't tell us about this in your live. Oh, shit. This got bad. After leaving the room, after leaving the side room and returning to the main room, plaintiff was met by another Thornton Township employee named Unknown who hit plaintiff neck hard. Yo, they was getting at Jedidiah. They was getting at him. Shortly thereafter, plaintiff was pushed in the back by a female who, upon information and belief, was campaigning for Krigley. You remember that lady who took the chair from Krigley? Let me stop saying I got these pictures and just go find this damn thing. You remember the girl who took the picture from, who took the chair from Krigley? Hold on. I keep saying I got these pictures and then I'm not showing them. Oh, yeah. Because I was trying to get some of this out of my memory because it's too much. But, oh, my God, I have it. We're going to put it all in our reels. Y'all remember I showed you the picture. I think it's in our post, too. He had the pink chair, and she tried to take the chair from him. This could be the lady that Jedidiah is talking about. All right, let me see what y'all saying, because y'all probably saying something important. They both need to drop it. Both parties acted like some uncivil mutts. DeMarcus is behind a lot of the money. He went from a thug to working for the village, and he apparently is a general contractor. His company's different names did the roof and windows, the concrete driveway. So this is who she gave the contract to, Krigley. Thank you for the information, Miss Payton. Thank you. And yes, and you gave us, you became a member. I think you are first member, okay? So don't expect too much right now, but I'm working on it, okay? I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss Sharp. Thank you for being here and helping me out today. Thank God we didn't get any people coming in here, but I know you on them like a watchdog. I forgot to hit the like button, but I got it now. Thank you so much. We almost finished. We're going to get through this. I'm so happy I read this. I mean, I'm reading this now because we learning more. They were jumping Jedidiah in the bag. Oh my God. Let's get to it. This is crazy. All right, let's get to it. Let's finish. This is terribleness. I can't fucking believe it. All right. Now, shortly therefore, plaintiff was pushed in the back by the female who, upon information and belief, was a companion of Krigley girlfriend. That girl, that light-skinned girl, upon information and belief, would subsequently kick plaintiff in the lower abdominal. After this, plaintiff exited the township hall and went outside, where residents who were present during the meeting invited plaintiff to sit in their car to avoid further physical altercation. After the melee, plaintiff noticed that he was missing 3 lower dental veneers. Yep. Shouldn't be fighting. So due to the highly publicized meeting involving Henyard, and the majority of the melee was captured on several video cameras. Both, because he gonna get his money. Jedidiah put that in there because those veneers cost a lot of money. He like, bitch, I'm gonna get my money back. I know that's right. They cost like $30,000-$40,000 to get that stuff done if you're doing it by the right person. Okay, both by residents filming in their cell phone and by news media and professional cameras. At least one of the videos revealed that one of the assailants in the melee had a knife. Upon information and belief, the assailant was associated Woods. Further videos of the melee revealed Krigley handing a bag to his female companion, which, upon information and belief, contained a handgun. After a few minutes of the waiting in the car, plaintiff went to the SHPD to report what happened to him and filed a police report against Henyard, Wood, Krigley, and all the other unknown individuals. However, the officer of the SHPD did not make plaintiff feel comfortable during the time. Instead of plaintiff was treated as the aggressor by the law enforcement, further demonstrating bias and institutional failure. And we saw that he should have added that the officer was trying to add his statements into Jedidiah's complaint, but didn't do his fucking job at the place. You definitely should have hired that, because that pissed me off. I'm like, wait, you supposed to just be taking his statement and taking a whole glass shut up. He was like, no, didn't that other guy punch first? And it's like, oh damn, you saw it. And here they go about to mess with the security people. Y'all better leave my baby alone. Defended all points SHPD in Thornton Township, though their officers and security personnel failed to intervene despite knowing that the past meeting has been contentious and violent. All right, so count one. First Amendment again. So Jedidiah is going to probably talk about himself in first person instead of like what Jay did say, well, it was by association. So here, plaintiff is Jedidiah. Plaintiff was participating in a public comment period in Thornton Township, as we know. His speech was political in nature, criticized Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard as a public official. Political speech is public forum, enjoys the highest level of protection under the First Amendment. The timing of the defendant attack immediately after plaintiff finished his comment indicates that defendant actions was directly motivated by his speech. You see how they put them two together? Good job. Show them what you're working with. It's all about arguments and putting it in presenting your case properly. Defendant Henyard had a personal and political interest in silencing plaintiff and well-known critic of Henyard. The physical intimidation and attack served as to suppress dissent, sending a chilling message that criticism of Henyard will result in violence in interaction with security forces. Plaintiff was engaging in constitutionally protected speech during a public meeting. Defendant Henyard, Woods, Krigley, Sergeant Storm, John Doe acted in cohort. And this should be under conspiracy. I hope this is restated under conspiracy just like they did before. Y'all know I love that because conspiracy be tying it all together. They told y'all don't like that word, but y'all better like that word, because it's when a group of people conspire to defile or defame or to hurt or harm another person or another group. That's what conspiracy actually means. It doesn't mean weird lying shit, spacecraft. That's not what conspiracy means. Remember that. Okay. So all points, again, they're saying that they failed to act under there. Let's move forward. Violation of due process against South Highland Police Department. Call them the hell out and make a report with Internal Affairs. Please. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Even though Internal Affairs ain't the best, but put your paperwork in. The SHPD Thornton Township had a duty to maintain order and to prevent foreseeable harm at the public meeting. They were aware of the past again. Security personnel were nearby again. Under the Fourth Amendment, individual has the right to personal security again. By failure to intervene, the government actors, police, and township security eventually allowed the attack to happen, which is true. Allegedly, but I agree with that. This amounts to an unjustified the deprivation of his rights to bodily integrity under the substantive due process clause. So basically what he's saying is that they all just stood around and let it happen as though connected to Krigley and Kamal looking at each other when it was going on, like you ready to set it off, and the police just sitting there like la 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 la. La 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 la. I know your thick ass. Just like I'm just here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But you now pulled into this. So that's why too. I'm gonna tell you this. As a contractor nurse, sometimes they just try to send me somewhere that be out of my whole thing. And I'll be like, oh no. One time they sent me to, and I'm just gonna throw this up. I went to this Caribbean Day festival. It was like 500 Caribbean people there throwing all types of confetti. You know how it's getting crazy. I was the only medic. They sent me there as I said, oh hell no. So this officer has to take responsibility because you know what's been going on, and it is the truth. I was like, I'm not about to be here with 500 of these people throwing all of these damn colors around. They smoking, they drinking, people fucked up. They're gonna pass out on me. Man, I called that agency. They sent me another medic down that visual. I was going home. I said, I love my black people, but not that much. So I share that story because I know how it is to be in these positions where you're licensed, you're a professional, and you have to do certain things. You're bonded to do things. So he is responsible no matter how much I say, leave my thick ass police alone. He should have been like, nah, I ain't doing none of Thornton Township or that. Send them young boys down that mother. Please. Please. So he goes on to Henyard, as an elected official in the middle of the township meeting, actively participated in the altercation. Her position as the authority of government role, meaning that her physical attack was a state action, pulling Thornton Township into it. So I guess instead of them saying the Monell action, instead of putting that law in there, this is how they're just pulling her in there, especially since it happened in Thornton Township at the time when they were doing official business. Does that make sense? All right. So now let's move on. And pretty much Jedidiah is looking for the same thing that Jay is looking for. So this is assault against Kamal Woods and DeMarcus. Okay. So remember, battery. Well, it says assault because they said battery is the physical and assault is by words. So I don't know what in Illinois. That's what they were saying. That's what the cop even said in Jedidiah video. So I don't know why they have battery. Is battery the words? Because when you look at Crigley, I'm sorry. When I was looking at the other one, y'all know I be having like memory glitches real quick. I want to make sure that it says assault because I remember under Jay, it looked like it said battery. I see negligence. See, I'm not tripping. I'm gonna look that up, y'all. I'm gonna see why that they chose battery for Jay and assault for Jedidiah. See, I caught it. I was like, what the hell? This is a little different. Look at that. This was this is Jay's. You see what I'm saying? So this is Jay's that say battery, and Jedidiah says assault. Now, like I said, when I was listening to it before, they said that battery supposed to have been the physical and assault supposed to have been the words. If I'm mixing it up, but I just noticed something, y'all. That's my OCD. I was like, what the hell? Why is that different? All right, let's get back to it. We almost done, y'all. Maybe y'all can explain it to me on why. If I'm getting down to the end of the live, so I get a little tired too. So just bear with me. We almost with it. Okay. So in Jedidiah's, they're going for assault. Okay, so let me just read it and see if it's something a little bit different. So it says assault against Kamal Woods and DeMarcus Crigley. Okay. So, he got assault and battery. Okay. So Jedidiah doing assault and battery. All right, we could do that. And then it looks like Jay is doing battery. All right. Now I'm seeing a little different here. All right, so Kamal Woods and DeMarcus for assault. It says Woods and Crigley had apparent ability to cause harm to the plaintiff, the threats. So assault is the words. Okay, so if I didn't clarify, assault is the words. Battery is beating, assault is talking. Okay, we want to, because it's different in different states. So in Illinois, this is what it means, because that's what the cop was saying. So assault, the threat. The threat made by Woods and Quigley caused plaintiff to be reasonably apprehensive and that he would be subjected to intimate offense and harm, physical body harm. Okay, so this is where the assault come from. Okay, now I need to make it make sense, and y'all need to know too. So the assault came with the words, and battery comes with the fighting. So Tiffany Henyard, Kamal Woods, DeMarcus, Sergeant Storm, and John Doe, because Sergeant Storm and John Doe was jumping Jedidiah in the back. I can't believe this. This story gets wow. So Woods battered plaintiff by punching, kicking, grabbing, kicking, and punching him without justification. Woods' actions were intentional touching or the application of force to the body of the plaintiff. Henyard battered plaintiff by hitting him in the back of the head with the microphone and choking him without justification. Damn, that's a lot. Damn. He said Henyard was a beast. I told you she came out like a cannonball. She was choking him. She was choking Jedidiah like he was Bart. I'm sorry, like, I don't know where all this happened, but this is what they said. We just reading it. All right, we getting to the end. I'm getting a little tired, so I just want to get silly. Quigley battered plaintiff by kicking him in the face multiple times without justification. Quigley action were an intentional touching or applications of force to the body of the plaintiff. Okay, Sergeant Storm, he is making a claim against an officer that the officer beat him up. Please go to Internal Affairs. Make this worse for them, please, because this is not enough. That's why we're going through what we're going through with Officer Perez and Carlton, because this little shit right here don't bother them if they get sued and they don't have to pay. You need to go after their job, their hours. Yes, harass, just like we doing. I don't like road cops. We don't do this shit. That little Spanish, this is that Spanish guy. Who is it? Who is this police? Y'all tell me who this police is, okay? So this police in the John Doe is allegedly being accused of battering Jedidiah by kicking, stomping, grabbing, wrestling him without justification. John Doe actions were intentionally touching an application of force to the body of the plaintiff. And this took place in the back, allegedly, after he picked Jedidiah up like a baby. Why do you still need to wrestle him when you can literally pick this man up? I'm just not being funny, but it's the truth. Like, what the fuck do y'all still, excuse me, why do y'all still need to wrestle him? Jedidiah is like a $105 wet. So that was just aggressive. Thank God that person with the knife didn't stab anybody, because it was somebody with a knife and they were on Henyard's side. It looks like it. Thank God, because they hated Jedidiah. That's why I told you I stay by myself, because when people don't like you, they vicious. I'm not about to play friends and politics with nobody because they act like they like you and stab you. Damn, they vicious as fuck out here. That's why I roll solo. Show me one time you weird and I'm done. Fuck the politics. I don't give a damn. You see that? They vicious. All right, moving forward. So now this is negligence. So they're going after negligence after all point security again. The detectives, South Highland Police. Thank you, Lord. But you do need to go to Internal Affairs. I just want to see if you're going to say anything different about South Highland Police. It says security personnel and law enforcement failed to intervene. We know that. When a physical altercation broke out, the defendant did not immediately step in to stop the violence. Thornton Township and its leadership failed to implement proper security measures despite past incidents. Now, this is a contractual issue too that I want to bring up. Not only should that man is liable, because I don't know how they do with being a security guard, like you have license certificates. But with me, my nursing license, I'll be like, hell no, I ain't going up in there. But with this goes to say contractual, wise, they were supposed to be knowing what they're supposed to handle. Just like when I called that place that I was contracted to, like, oh, Black Jesus, 500 wild ass drunk people gonna be here and meet one medic. What's the contract? How many people is obligated per EMT? And they got quiet and they're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna call you back, actually. And they came back like, we're gonna send you another one, thank you. Yeah, you ask them the real damn questions because they put their liability on you. So this man, you're not totally out of it because one, you should have knew it was going to be contentious. Two, you couldn't handle it. And three, you couldn't handle it. And three, you couldn't handle it. So false imprisonment. This is where it gets better. All right, I'm glad I'm making my way downtown. This is when they probably locked Jedidiah in that damn room. This is wild, yo. All right. So everything we done read, 1 to 95, and now we're on 95. Plaintiff was knowingly and completely restrained by Sergeant Storm in the private room with the door closed and while being physically attacked. Sergeant Storm acted without having reasonable grounds to believe that the plaintiff committed any offense, as he was direct witness in the middle of the melee and saw Woods and Krigley starting a brawl. And they saw that it was Jedidiah being jumped. So why did you need to take the person being jumped out and still be holding them in? I mean, he could, if Jedidiah was acting wild, he could have just threw him in the room, hold the door like, yo, let this stay in there while they get him out. But to go in the room and two of y'all close the door and y'all start to physically wrestle Jedidiah allegedly, oh, hell to the fucking no. Oh, no. It is not because it's Jedidiah, it's because it's anybody, because y'all already know I'm a real person. This shit ain't right. And that's why I'm funny how I move. All right. They locked this dude in the room. Excessive force. Sergeant Storm. Get him. Thank you. Get him. Get him now before he become emboldened. Picking you up. Putting you in a room. Roughing you up. That's what they do. That's why we got another episode of Dolton Police Unhinged coming up this week. Oh, we're releasing the series. You're about to see how these police really behave and how they got emboldened. So again, here we go. Plaintiff was knowingly and completely restrained by Sergeant Storm in the private room with the door closed and physically attacked by Sergeant Storm. The confinement was through physical force, physical barriers, and threat with physical force. Sergeant Storm acted in the color of law, acting without having reasonable grounds to believe that plaintiff committed an offense. Sergeant Storm was direct witness in the middle of the mayhem. Again, common law, intentional inflection of emotional pain. So the same thing, and I can see how they can use this. Remember, I told you, you got to see a therapist and show your proof. Not today. Not with all this shit. I'm going to have to run with the emotional distress thing. They have the same claims, conspiracy. We're wrapping this up. We're on page 17. And conspiracy is what's tying them together. But they're saying conspiracy against Henyard and Woods. All right. So it says, plaintiff was deprived of his constitutional right, again, by physically being attacked, retaliation. Furthermore, during the township meeting on January 28, 2025, the topic where Henyard boyfriend Woods would be terminated. So they're using that same ground from his employment with Thornton Township would be discussed in accordance to the agenda and vote during a regular board meeting. However, if the regular meeting not be adjourned properly, this is what he's saying, that Woods and Kamal conspired to stop the meeting from ending so Kamal would not be put on leave or be fired. And he was put on leave that day, but then he was fired afterwards. Okay, so this is where they say they was conspiring, which makes sense, in which he can show some reasonable how can I say suggestive evidence, because unless they got Kamal in here, you're saying, yeah, we about to do this, we about to do that through text, we can make the conclusion based on the situation and past history that these people be conspiring, definitely based on the numerous lawsuits. So that makes sense. Let's get to the last part of this. Hit the like button. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And this is the negligence on the part of all points. And again, negligence. Here we go. See? Okay, Jedidiah one wrote it out nice. I'm going to have to keep it real. And that's exactly what I was saying. All points owe a duty to the public, including plaintiff, to exercise reasonable care in hearing, training, and supervising its employees to ensure they act lawfully and professionally. Didn't I just tell you? When I go, I'm not about to go in there. I won't even be able to make it. It's 500 of them. I won't be able to act lawfully in my profession. And it's true. All points breach this duty by neglect hearing. I'm sorry, neglect hearing, I guess, by neglect hearing. Employing unqualified or improper vetting security personnel, failing to conduct background checks and or hire individuals with history of excessive force and misconduct. So I guess that's involving the police. Or maybe that guy has a history of excessive force. Oh, shit. Oh, so that cop was probably working as security for All Points. I'm sorry, now I'm putting it together because my favorite cop does a lot of like, that's moonlighting or something like that, where they work as police. But because the police don't get paid enough, they have 3 jobs. And this is not to the popo. That's why they be stressed, ready to kick ass and get home. The cops be having to be security guards. They don't want to do that all the time. They be needing extra money. Yup. Now it's making sense. So that cop worked for them too. I guess worked for All Points. And you have what happened with that short cop not intervening. Now it's making negligent hiring, negligent training, negligent supervising. Okay. All Points knew or should have known that its failure for proper hiring, training, and supervise its security personnel would create an unremarkable risk to harm to individuals like plaintiff. All Points negligent hiring, training, and supervision directly and proximately caused plaintiff injuries. This was real good. Castardo Law, Matthew Castardo. Go ahead, baby. Who is this other person? Y'all got the same lawyer? I like him. I'm just trying to see who the lawyer is. Yeah. Castardo Law. Oh, they did their motherfucking thing. Y'all know I will complain. Y'all know I will be like, something's missing. Oh, they ran that shit. They did good. I'm sorry to say, Thornton, you're going to have to pay. And then they had something, Jedidiah got something against those police. And this is not the first time that I saw Jedidiah had a lawsuit against the police. I saw it in the midst of me. I did my research, and he won before. Yep, that's real. I just got to say it. Grace said, let me educate you. Listen, let's get to these comments. I know I had hit y'all comments. I want to say thank you to Peyton being part of our membership. I am working on what our membership is going to consist of. Y'all have any idea? Y'all let me know what type of videos which I want to do. Until we get that running, you are my first. I want to say thank you for everyone for being here for 2.5 hours. I believe that this was a great breakdown. I hope that y'all got a full picture from the beginning to the end, how Jay got involved, how he got fired. He's about to get a settlement. They're going to meet again on the 20-something of this month, so I'll keep you posted. So this actually involves 4 lawsuits now. 4. Where Jay has 2 from before and now. Jedidiah has 1. And then we're going to find Kamal's. I do believe that Debt Free Dad read Kamal's. So if y'all get a chance, go check out Debt Free Dad. I think he read his. If I can get my hand on it, y'all know I'm going to read it just a little different. But we all enjoy everybody's commentary. I really enjoyed being here tonight, changing back the tone to what we do on our deep dives. We're going to be back tomorrow night. Yes, we're going to be back tomorrow night, dog, for another one. And what we're going to do is go over Pablo's update. With Pablo's update, we have basically Lacey Lewis coming out of the damn bushes and re-answering some questions that he answered. I guess this is deposition phase or something like this. And it's some changes in what he say. And we're just going to give you an update of what's happening with Pablo's. So is it anything else that you want to hit today? I don't think so. We 2.5 hours in. We're going to go off with another one of my favorite Hebrew brothers. Y'all know what? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm still fighting this cold from 2 weeks ago, y'all. Hold on. Everything just froze too. I'm going to put my Hebrew brother on the screen, and we're going to end off with a word from God. Stay strong, Dolton. Stay sucker free. And remember, be mindful who you be around and what their vibrations.
That's not just a word, that's something that I know. Learned that up in the last season, I was facing woe. Lost a son, lost my granny, see, I was feeling low. He was teaching that true endurance, that's something I know. So many losses that I took, I had to let them go. John 15 verse 2, he purged you as you grow. We the batter and he the heat, he trying to make a loaf. Don't rebel, watch each other, he purging out the ghosts. He pouring out cold death blessings, lift your hands and soak. Study nature, without some water, you will never grow. See, the kingdom is deep within, don't harm yourself with treason. All the hurt that you going through, he do it for a reason.
All you crackheads, out!
Every election. So now, because they can't beat me, they got to do this smear campaign to convince public opinion that I'm bad for them.
I'm Cara Wilson. I'm the mother of Alexis Wilson, killed by Dolton, Illinois police. At the time that my daughter was killed, Tiffany stood in front of a microphone much like this and said that she stood with the cops, and they did do the right thing by killing my 19-year-old child. Not only did she not take those words back, she didn't offer her condolences. She's never said anything. The first thing she did was hire this group of security guards to surround her and PR. So the real reason Tiffany has security is hiding from accountability about what she said about Alexis Wilson when she was killed. Now, if you watch the coverage of this murder, these officers violated her rights, reached in her car, jumped in her car, and put 7 bullets in my child. 2 in her head and 5 down her side. And the next day, you guys tried to spin it like she did something. Watch the video. She did nothing to deserve this. And again, last time they brought up Alexis, she's doing what she does now. Look this way, look that way, every way, but at the person talking. You don't give a damn, and you never did, and you never acted like it. She called out a whole press conference to call my daughter a criminal, and Homewood Flossmoor graduate with no criminal record. But Tiffany, you have one.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback.